Let the spirit and the bride say, come.
Amen. Hallelujah. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, it's all about you. Just all about you in this temple. You are all this temple ever needed. It's all about you. Nothing, absolutely, but you. No one else, Yahuwah, but you all the way. All night long, all day long. Unto eternity. It's all about you. And you alone are needed in this temple. In your mighty name, please come. Hallelujah. Thank you, Abba, that our prayer and our heart desire will be granted, just as it said in your word. Hallelujah unto you, Abba. You are ever the same. Thank you, thank you. Hallelujah. Amen. All right, now, family, greetings, family. Greetings to every one of us. Hope we all are doing great on this wonderful, glorious, lovely day once again for you and I to circle around Abba Yahuwah's eternal blessed throne and to just get our soul, spirit, and body, our totality, the past, right now, and a future filled with Abba Yahuwah's eternal divine breath. And this is what we are talking about, the breath of eternity. Yes, that is what we keep saying over here. We keep talking about over here, that there is a breath that will carry you all eternity in peaceful kingdom, which is the royal law, which is the word of Abba Yahuwah, because the word of Abba Yahuwah says, the word of Abba Yahuwah is the breath of Abba Yahuwah. And the very first creature of Abba Yahuwah says so You can see the clarity in Genesis chapter 2. Adam was a dead one, without life, without breath, until Abba Yahuwah stepped into the situation and breathed into Adam, wherefore Adam now became a living soul. So that is what the word of Abba Yahuwah, you know, does when it entered you. Yes, when it entered you. Thank you, Abba. Bless your holy mighty name, that your word lives eternal. Heaven and earth, as you said, will pass away, but your word stand forever. Thank you for your eternal word. Thank you for your unbreakable word. Thank you for your infallible word. Thank you for your word that created your people. And also thank you for this very word that is renovating us. Thank you. This is the very word that is going to cut us up and say, come up here. This is the word. Thank you, my Abba, for relocating me back to the very word that created me. I love you so much. Thank you for giving us your set apart spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Also, thank you so much for giving us your set apart word, King Yahushua HaMashiach, your eternal word. Love you so much. Thank you, Abba, for everything you said about us. Stands forever. Yes, you said none will fall to the ordinary until you accomplished every single promises you made concerning our life. Thank you, Abba. And it is settled, eternal. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, now, family. With this being said, let's do what we are here today. Quickly, let's just rush into the word of Abba Yahweh, the very word that is going to make you who you ought to be. Is the word of Abba Yahweh. Let's quickly rush into it and do what we are here today in His presence. So before we do that, like you and I know already, title always help navigate us into Holy Scriptures. So let's call out the title. Okay, let me quickly break down the Edo lyrics. Okay, short worship of mine. It simply means pleading that Abba Yahweh should come, rather in the person of his son, King Yahushua HaMashiach, that the entire world is waiting, that the entire community is waiting, that everybody is waiting, your children is waiting. Laurenda, please come now. Please come now. It has been long. Yes, we have been waiting for a very long time. We have been waiting, and we have been fasting, and we have been praying, and we have been watching. Please come now. Have mercy on us. Pity us. Have compassion on us, and come now. So that is just the meaning of that short worship of mine. Thank you, Abba. All right, now, family. So let's call out the title and start working our way through the help of the title. Here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message started for you and me. Allah, the president of a last 400 years slavery. Prophet Isa, aka Pig Jesus Christ, IGP. Mahdi, CID. Nimrod, police. Non-Muslim, criminal. Constitution, Quran. That is the title. Okay, so I want to also take it again through this legal terminology or governmental system of the world, secular world, how they run the things. Okay, the Congress, how they put the offices together, everybody in its own department, everybody playing their part on earth. So like I said, the one I did before, if you are into politics, you're going to be understanding it even better than I do, because I'm not into the world of politicians. I'm not a political human being. I hate their lies. They lie too much. They are high-ranking devils, and yes, they are principalities. And I wouldn't like you to see the person talking, rather see the inner man behind that they are talking. And that is why I hate all these political movements, because I keep seeing the inner man. I keep seeing who resident in them, which is no other but Allah and Jesus, liars and deceivers, okay? They will promise you heaven and earth, and they will ask, when they're asking you for power, when they're asking you for your support, when they're asking you for your support and to watch with them, to be on their side, to help to elevate them, help to promote them, help to just shoot them on high, okay? In return, they promise you heaven and earth. You're going to be so realistic, isn't it? When they come to power, what happened? As soon as they ascend their throne, throw your happy hands. You push them over there. You cast your vote. You vote for them. You believe them. You thought they are reliable. And that was the reason you gave them your support. But as soon as they get into that office, so what happened? Do they still stick with their promises, or they turn monster, something else? So that is who they are. Exactly the promises of Jesus Christ, paradise, and the promises of Allah's paradise. You are just wasting your time. You are just casting your vote. You are just propagating them night and day. You pray to them. You fast to them. You believe them. You talk about them to others. You try to win people also onto them. And that is how you vote them into power. But guess what? In return, you see that very heaven they promised you is not existing. You see that 72 virgins, it's absolutely not existing. And if you still go to TikTok, among Christendom prior to this rapture talk, they are still strongly in it. Why? Because they see disaster coming. And so wicked as PJC is still lie unto them, that is still going to fly them into heaven. So guess what? When is the new date? The Feast of Hanukkah. Their Feast of Dedication. And they are seeing vision now that Jesus stood beside the menorah in the temple. Menorah, because this our feast is also called the Feast of Light. The Feast of Light. Turn on the light. Hanukkah simply means dedication. That is to say, we are rededicating our life back unto our Creator. But something transpired that brings about that Feast of Trumpet. Christians don't know nothing about that. They don't celebrate, they don't keep none of these feasts, but they just want to reap the harvest. That is how backward they are. That is how naive they are. You never walk in the field or in the vineyard of Hanukkah. How dare you not want to reap the blessing from Hanukkah? Hanukkah simply means rededicate back the temple unto Abba Yahuwah. So we being the Bahit, the very temple of Abba Yahuwah, that is what he's saying. Wherever you know you missed the mark, it is the time period for you to rededicate yourself back unto heaven. Because when the Grecians came into power, they stripped every single thing, like what we just read in the first book of Maccabees and the second Maccabees. That is where that event, took place. Daniel chapter 8 and Daniel chapter 11. That is where it took place, okay? The Goat Empire doings. When the Goat Empire entered the temple, that is what they did. Took away the daily sacrifice, put stop to the real thing in you, and now set in Jesus, aka today Jesus Christ. And Jesus has a lot of God's name. In Islam is Isa. In Christianity is Jesus. Okay. In the Greek is Jesus. In Babylon is modern everywhere. So it's just, what is he doing? He's hiding. His changes like Carmelo. Changing his names, changing his garment, in order for you not to really, cut him easily. So, but it's still the same person. It's the devil, it's still the same person. But what are we saying? So that was when Jesus was set in the temple. Okay, in the Feast of Hanukkah, we were supposed to celebrate Feast of Tabernacles, the very birthday of the biblical Messiah, King Yahushua birthday. So then I stop after that, then I set in Christmas. They set in Christmas. That was the very first time in the house of Abba Yahuwah, in the temple of Abba Yahuwah, which you are, Christmas to be celebrated, December 25th. That was the very first day. So this is our feast. Sometime when we recapture the temple, retrieve the temple by chasing away all these bastard aggressions. Okay, so we now rededicate that temple back unto Abba Yahuwah, because now begin to sacrifice pigs or abominable unclean animals. Okay, after they have stripped you naked. So when the men of war who did that great exploit, because they know whom they serve, Yahuwah, when they fought, okay, with their last breath in capturing back the temple unto Abba Yahuwah, so they now rededicate that temple. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 4. They now rededicate that temple now back unto Abba Yahuwah according to the pattern of the Feast of Tabernacles. The Feast of Tabernacles, it is 8 days long. So the Feast of Hanukkah is also 8 days long in celebrating, because we recapture the temple back. Okay, so that is what that feast actually makes. Yahushua himself celebrated that feast in the New Testament, John chapter 10, verses 22 through 25. That is the feast. He said dedication, feast of dedication. That is rededicate back your life unto Abba Yahuwah, dedicate the temple back unto Abba Yahuwah, turn on the light. Because when the gracious empire came, they switched off the light. They took the menorah of the temple, all the fittings and utensils and the decors of the temple. In the temple, they took everything. And they now set in Jesus, aka today Jesus. And they now begin to sacrifice pigs. And they now begin to command our people to go and bow down to Jesus, the Zeus. All right, so that is the feast. So Christians know nothing absolutely about this very great deliverance Abba Yahuwah rendered unto us, gave unto us against our enemy by giving us victory, retrieving back the temple, and getting back all the ornament they stole from the temple. And we now begin to celebrate. But Christians are not part of it. They just want to reap the harvest. They want to reap. So they said now Jesus will be folded them up into his paradise in the Feast of Hanukkah, December. I will try to check the dates now. Maybe I will talk about it on the Shabbat. Definitely, I will be reading what they did to our forefathers that generated this great celebration of this wonderful victory, Hanukkah. So that is their new date, okay? So let me rebroadcast the title, because the new Allah is almost here, people. Allah is almost here. Allah is almost here. Allah is almost here. The final slavery, the entire world slavery is almost here. I think it can last 400 years or 430 years. The very last empire, goat empire, animals kingdom to rule before eternity will set in. So be very, very, very determined to know which part are you. Okay, so let's go again. The title. Allah is the president. In this, like Donald Trump, no wonder I saw that vision. The vision that I saw, that could be September 26th. Yes, correct. I even use it to teach in 2 different occasions, okay? Now, this very figure, Allah, I saw in mosque, right at Jerusalem, Dome of the Rock, Now begin to speak like an American, okay? Hey you motherfucker, get the fuck out of this fucking land. If you mess with me, I blow off your fucking head, okay? So he's the president. You know, as I said, according to the people of the world and the secular world, they said Donald Trump now is the first citizen on planet Earth. So I would like to play their video. Okay, so we will start working our way from here. Exactly, that vision never lies at all. Of course he can't. Now listen.
And we want to fly in a plane, 19 of us, we want to fly all the way to the White House, and we want to tell them, up yours, we're going to take over. Yeah, and America is ours, and we're going to turn that into a mosque as well. How? By establishing Islam over their heads. When people say, for example, why you want to establish Sharia within UK? Why not back home? Who says that is home, and what is this then? We don't believe in home and away. Nothing called home and away, your neighbors, or anything like that, yeah? No, the whole of the earth, who owns it? Allah. And who is the one who is the trustee of the earth? The Muslim. You see? Inna jarahun fi arda khalifa. On the earth, Allah said He will establish the Khalifa. The whole of the earth is meant to be under the authority of the Muslims. Never allow for the kafir to be above us. So we don't look up to the person who worships something less than him. We look down at him. Hello, can I help you down there? You look lost. And that's how the Salafus Salih, they understood. That's why during the time of Salahuddin Ayyubi, when they used to go out in the jihad and we used to get the spoils of war, they used to have captives of war. And there was one farmer at that time, he had 30 slaves, 30 captives of war. With those 30 captives of war, he traded them for a pair of shoes. That's how he understood the kafir. We don't obey the law of the land. The kafir obey the law of Allah. And if he doesn't, he pay the jizya. If not, we give him a one-way ticket to Barbados. And Barbados is not that way. It's somewhere down there, somewhere in the middle of Jahannam.
Question mark. If they can be so bold, telling the entire world who they are in this manner, what is their secret plan? What are they doing behind a closed door? What are they preparing? What are they arranging? What are they putting together? He said they're going to be establishing Islamic whatever over their head. He said they're going to take over America. No, he said they will. Not because he says so. Not because Quran says so. That is why I'm so sold into it. And that is what this platform represent, okay, represent the very last event to step into eternity. Represent the word of knowledge, wisdom, preparation, building of your ark, having plan A and plan B. If A doesn't work, switch right away into B. Don't begin to, navigate your way out when the kingdom surface. Do it beforehanded. Prepare your home beforehanded. Not when work comes before you begin to run. No, you're going to be so disorganized. You won't be, you can't put yourself together to really, know what to do. You're going to be short of ideas, short of ways, because you're going to be so shocked of what is going on, because you allowed it to take you by surprise. So this platform stood for awareness, creating awareness, to let you know the very movement of heaven and hellfire. I'm sorry, like already a minute. Again, spiritual world is so dirty. Now that they multiply their weapons of mass destruction, I also need to multiply my fasting. Like I said, 4 days a week, no food, no water. 3 days a week, I eat. Okay. So you just heard what I said. I would like us, first of all, to look into this very, very important scriptures. Almost, to my best of knowledge, almost everybody ignored. We keep typing, Abraham blesses his man. Abraham blesses his man. You keep singing, you keep reciting it. I think a lot of people memorize Genesis chapter 12, verses 3. I can confidently say that, a lot of people, especially, to be precise, Christian, you memorize that. And what is that? I will bless whosoever that blesses you, and I will curse whosoever that curses you. You memorize that, isn't it? You keep typing from Abraham blessings. You keep typing, Abraham blesses is mine. Abraham blesses is mine. But there is a mistake of Abraham that generated a lot of things you are typing from Abraham. You see, as you are typing Abraham blessings, in like manner, the mistakes of Abraham hanging around everybody. I cannot say because that mistake is there, I will refuse to type from the blessings of Abraham. I cannot say because he made that huge mistake, therefore I'm going to be denying Papa Abraham, the very friend of Abba Yahuwah, whom Abba Yahuwah promised and say, I'm going to make your name great. And indeed, Abba Yahuwah fulfilled that. Paradise is named after Abraham. Abraham bosom. That is paradise. The very one the scientists call Jupiter. It is simply is the biggest, is larger than heaven. They said about how many millions of the earth can fit into Jupiter's. They said over 2-3 millions of earth, this very earth size. Throw it into Jupiter, it will accommodate over 300 million Earth. So that is how massive paradise is. So massive. Unbelievable. And to my amazement, that very paradise is named after Papa Abraham. Because Abba Yahuwah said, Abraham is my friend. The only friend of Abba Yahuwah. So the glory and the blessing is so massive. I'm not going to be saying because of his mistakes, I will be denying typing from that huge blessing. So every one of us type from it. You see, as every one of us typing from that sources of Papa Abraham, in like manner, his error, mistakes, judgment that follow you and me. So we need to look into that error in this segment. And in order for you to know another prayer kind you ought to do, because it is on every one of us neck, the mistakes of Papa Abraham. This is the ultimate. I can also call this one the original mistakes. It is the sins of original mistakes that hangs on your neck and that hangs on my neck. Original mistake. Just like we can, talk about original sin, in like manner, let's talk about original mistakes. And this is the original generational curse. Papa Abraham mistakes, it is simply original curse on me and original curse on you. You can't roll this away. Rolling this original curse away, you are rolling away paradise, because Abrahams have a curse. And that curse is called the horror of dark, a great horror of darkness. And that curse it is called a religion today. And that causes, it is institution, it is embodiment, it is entity, and it is a governmental. That is what that causes is. Causes of one man. Just like Adam make one huge mistake, it now becomes all of us problems. In like manner, just one mistake of this very mighty man of Yahuwah and a friend of Abba Yahuwah. It connects every single, including the very constitutional. He also connects them. Let's first of all look into, because that is the kingdom coming. It is simply, that is where this 400 years enslavement comes from. Assuming no era of Papa Abraham, there wouldn't have been a need for this. There wouldn't have been a need for slavery. Now, it would have just ended there. Redemption, salvation. Okay, we will be preparing, jubilating, to navigate in receiving the King of Kings and the Adonai of all Adonais. There will not be a need for Sharia law. There will not be a need for what they call great tribulation. No, there will not be a need for that. No, there wouldn't have been a need. So let's talk about the curses of Abraham, which is the very generational curse. Afterwards, we will now look into what Quran, because they are coming. Police, salary breakers. Allah himself is the commander, is the general overseer. It is the very general overseer, the Papa G.O. Always remember, Allah is the greatest of all deceiver. Always remember, Allah is a snake. Always remember, the name of Allah simply means cause in Hebrew. When you now take it to Hebrew concordance, the number that came out from the number, because you know they teach with number. Hebrews is not just, they are not only teaching, or they don't just only have alphabet, they also have numeric code. So the numeric code of this word called Allah, when you take it to alphabet, you can't decode it, but take it to the numeric code, and you will take the value of the numeric code. Then you're going to be seeing the cost serpent, the very cost serpent. You see how Allah is being written? Written is like a snake. Whenever I see the written name of Allah, it always blew me off. Did I share that video here? Always blow off my mind. Yes, this is how Allah is being written.
Did you know that Allah in calligraphy actually looks like a serpent?
A serpent.
And the Greek number 666, again in calligraphy,
Just
is
look at-
identical to the
It's in
Islamic
his
phrase
name.
in the name of Allah.
It's also in his vocabulary. It's also in his doings.
Because I could read the text.
It's also in his
It was Arabic.
character.
These symbols,
It's also in his throne. It is also in his reward. It is also in his men of war.
And then you had this symbol.
They cost
right.
serpent.
Now
Let's
this
listen
is
before
an
we
Arabic
proceed.
word. You can
Just like a
come
snake.
in and ask an Arab, what
So
is
he's
that word?
the president
Listen,
of
in
this
the
kingdom.
name of, and this word, you can ask any Arab what that word is. Bism Allah, in the
Okay.
name of Allah, was on that badge.
So the most famous Islamic phrase is the Greek number 666. And
It's
Greek is what the
everywhere.
New Testament was written
It's also
in.
in the
And remember
location
how
Kaaba.
Allah in calligraphy looks like a serpent.
Very
Well,
simple.
the biblical concordance of the word Allah is
Allah.
cursed.
It's a
and
curse.
in Genesis 3:14, the Lord God cursed
He
the
cursed the serpent.
after he deceived Adam and Eve.
Correct.
So Allah in calligraphy, both in meaning and form, is a cursed
It's a curse.
serpent, which is exactly what Satan is. Allah, the cursed serpent.
Serpent.
On the flags of Islamic countries,
Alright.
there is often depicted the five-pointed
Did you
star.
just get that? So, and he's also the very one that attacked Mama Sarah to be given this wrong counsel again. So let's look into the causes of Abraham, the very one you and I also inherited. You not just let the blessing. Come on now. Come on, you shall know the truth. And the truth shall set you free. Another kind of prayer point for you. So should we read, because Allah is the president. You know, Allah is not going to, it won't go into battle like Donald Trump. Just remain in that throne. Just remain in that satanic office and begin to give out sign. Any battle you want there to carry out for you, just go ahead. Look at all Donald Trump's life, and that is Allah in this 400 years slavery. It could exceed that, okay? Now, the second figure here, IGP, you know, Jesus is a prophet in Islam. Always get that clear. And not just a prophet, he's a big fish over there. He's a very, very popular figure over there. He's a big name over there. That Allah is sending Jesus back, okay, to come and refute the Christianity Is coming right back again as a radical Muslim to refute Christianity and say, all right, let's because it's their teaching, okay? I would like every one of us to understand this.
Muslims believe that Islam is a religion of all the prophets of the Bible, starting with Adam. They actually believe that Jesus is a Muslim. Abraham was a Muslim. The disciples were Muslims. The disciples were not Christians. So they'll tell you Abraham was a Muslim. His religion was Islam. Jesus was a Muslim. His religion was Islam. The disciples were Muslims. Their religion was Islam. Jesus, Isa, bear witness, we are Muslims. That's what it says in the Arabic. Did you know that Peter was a Muslim? Did you know that John was a Muslim? Now, to us, it's a laughing matter, but you have 1.7 billion Muslims who think this is the word of the God of Jesus. And because they think it's his word, they're convinced that Peter, James, John, they were Muslims. What about Abraham? Abraham was neither a Jew nor a Christian, but he was an upright Muslim. Are you catching what's happening in this book? All the biblical characters that you take for granted are mentioned in this book, and yet they've been hijacked and turned into Muslims like Muhammad. This Islam, not Christianity, not Judaism, this is Islam is the religion of your father Abraham, and he named you Muslims both now and before.
This is what they're coming to preach, okay? Exactly. And the way they are teaching it, if you are not careful, you will be seduced. So they are coming to talk about this very teaching, okay? So all right. I wanted to say something. What was that? Bring it on. Okay. 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 It's all right. It will come back again. Okay. Yes. I remember. Now, this is what Jesus Christ is coming. He's coming back as a radical Muslim. Okay, to convert. According to some verses in Quran, I think I also forgot. I'm trying to also memorize some Quran. Okay, so that I won't be going to their source all the time. We just quote it and get out of there because, yeah. Now, the Allah said the reason, number one reason Jesus Christ is coming back to refute the Christianity, it is because he said he's coming back to tell you guys that he never died, nor buried, nor resurrected. He never told you guys that he is a God. And again, he never told you guys that he is the son of man. He is a son of God or a son of Allah. That you guys put a lie on him. I don't know if this will be reachable. Let's quickly also play that. Is their teaching? This is so wide. That was why I asked you and I, if they are doing this publicly, the very one all eyes can access, all ears can hear, what about the one they are doing in secret? That bothers me so much.
And when Dajjal sees Isa, he will begin to melt like salt dissolving in water. Because Dajjal knows his end has come.
Jesus is okay.
It will be Isa, peace be upon him, who delivers the final blow.
All right.
At the gate of Lud in Palestine,
the Holy Land,
where truth and falsehood meet face to face.
Christian is the falsehood.
And truth prevails.
Muslim is the truth.
Once and for all. After that, the world will see peace.
Okay.
True peace. Not the false peace of politicians.
Of
but the tranquility of divine
Donald
order.
Trump, okay.
Under the leadership of Imam Mahdi and Prophet Isa. The earth will pour out its blessings.
All right now.
Wealth will be so abundant that no one
that
will
is
accept charity. Justice will cover
half
the
of
lands
your
like never before.
Will become
the
Muslim.
Ummah will unite under one banner, one truth,
that is
one
the kingdom
Lord.
Coming, yes.
And the followers of Isa, the sincere among
Started
them, will
by
return
Nimrod.
to the truth of Islam. The lies written in his name will be erased.
Okay.
And the world will remember that Isa, peace be upon him, was never the son of God, but the servant of God.
Okay.
And when his mission is complete, Isa will live on the earth for 40 years.
Okay,
then pass away as a mortal man and be buried next to the Prophet.
I beg. So this is their message. Okay, this is their kingdom message. All right, so Prophet Isa is a big fish in Islam. Is not naive. Islam is not naive about him. So he is the IGP. So according to whatever department of this constitution, Jesus Christ is the IGP. That is to say, IGP, Investigation General Police. He has already done his own investigation. He knew already Christian is not worthy to be flew into heaven. He knew already Christian is going to genetically modify the organism of Christianity straight to Islam. That is to say, it's going to change their doctrines. It's going to change their teaching straight away to Islam. Never told you any of this. You guys put a lie on me. Okay. So he has already investigated them. Is the general of this movement. Allah is the president. You know, Allah can never be having a vice president because they say Allah alone sits in his throne. He don't have nobody at all. He has nobody. Allah is Ohyokba. Allah is a single man. He has nobody. So that is why I did it title it, Jesus should have been the vice president. Like ours, Abiwa is the general, is the president, while the Holy Spirit is the vice president in ours, because we are Trinitarian. We are Trinitarian, okay? But Allah not so. It's Ohyokba. It's a single person in his throne. He have nobody at all. It's just an Ohyokba, okay? So that makes Jesus now fall on the office of IGP. That is to say, Investigation General Police. Is the overall. Is the another gbidi. Now Mahdi is the actual Messiah of Christian. Of Muslim. This Mahdi has double fold office. Okay. Is Ishmael is also Mahdi. Okay. Is Ishmael is also Mahdi. Just like John the Baptist possessed double anointing. Double identities, okay? John the Baptist was John in person, and he was also Elijah, who needs to prepare the people of the book, okay, for the upcoming event. So in like manner, Mahdi is the same. Mahdi is the last 12 imams of Muslim. 11 has already been ruled. 11 has ascended the throne. It was the turn of Mahdi to rule. There, I think it was Christian Crusader persecuting Muslim those days, Crusader, okay? Persecuting also Muslim. It was his turn to rule. By then, they said this guy was 6 years old, the very final imam to rule. So Christians came in with their own persecution crusader, converting people by sword unto Christianity, okay? So Christian, we having the upper hand, and Muslim, we having the lower hand. So they were afraid for him not to be killed. So they're not hiding hiding inside well without water, okay? A dry well, okay? They now said, another man that has sent into Allah's paradise, like the Muslim said, Allah has sent, flew Jesus into his paradise, okay? In Quran chapter 4, verses 157 through 158, that Jesus never died on the cross, that rather Judah were the one who goes to the cross. But this was how Allah did it. He not took the face of Judas and put it on Jesus, and the face of Jesus and put it on Judas. That was how he did that exchange. When the Roman armies came, they now begin to see Jesus as Judas, so they let him go, and they now see Judas as Jesus. They arrested him and put him on the cross and crucify him. Immediately Allah now flew Jesus into his paradise, still with the face of Judas. Always note that. I won't let that out. Now, in like manner, Mahdi, the very last imam from their 12 princes, which is their 12 imam, 11 has already ascended the throne of Ishmael, left just this one. Okay, and the promises were being given unto Ishmael, okay, that is going to sit enthroned by his brethren, that is going to sit as a king, also being worshipped. That glory has never been found in Ishmael, and this is the religion of Ishmael. So, Mahdi, in that well of water, without water, Allah now flew him also into his paradise. So, this is the two men Allah flew into his paradise miraculously, and both is also coming, like we just heard from their Imam teaching, okay, their literature, that both Jesus and Imam is coming in these last days, okay. They said Jesus is the one to kill the anti-Messiah on this ground, the very anti-Messiah Muslims propagating, it is my own Yahushua HaMashiach. It is my own Messiah. Okay, because they said the anti-Messiah will never submit to Allah, and his people won't also submit to Allah. That in the head of this very anti-Messiah, it is really on his forehead, rebellion, don't submit, not just that Messiah also, but his people, that is to say the people that also believe in that Messiah, is also written on their forehead, rebellion. Okay, exactly. So prior to their picture of whatever of their false Messiah, that is my own Messiah. That was why Revelation 19 said, this beast that I said from the pit is going to make war against the Lamb himself. So Jesus and Mahdi is going to join forces together to fight Yahushua. People, this is authentic source. Very authentic information, very informative, and I want you to be informed. I don't want you to log out. I don't want you to wither. I don't want you to fail at all on this ground. If you are worthy of salvation, right now I'm talking to the 28% elite of Yahuwah in this dojo called Christianity. Okay, I'm talking to you. This is very, very informative, very informative, and I want you to take it into account. So now, Mahdi is possessing double identity. Is Mahdi, because I said he was 6 years old. You always remember Mark of the Beast, okay, number 6. Mahdi was 6 years old. 6 years old. Okay, but for me, 100%, I knew he died of starvation, of hunger, inside that well without water. But Islam want to make it miraculously, and they want us to say that Allah did a miracle over there. And then I said Allah flew him into his paradise. I also give it to you the way you said. But what I was saying is double identity, okay? So now this double identity, what is his office? CID, Criminal Investigative Department. This very Mahdi has already investigated the entire world, and knowing that you all fall apart from the instruction of Allah. You all fall apart from the instruction of Allah. He has also investigated Christianity. He knew they are also out of the way. And this is the fear Christian is seeing in their vision, that something, a disaster is about to fall on earth. So that is why, look at Jesus, the double face. Jesus, double face, is also communicating with Christianity and say, I'm going to be folding you guys into heaven, paradise. But little did they know that paradise, it is the paradise of Islam. So Mahdi is going to be doing is the criminal. He's in the department of this criminal investigative department. Now Nimrod is the police. Nimrod is the police, head of police that they sent on the streets, on the corners, in the house, shops, wherever, community, wherever. It is Nimrod, because Nimrod, first of all, established this one world order. It came from Nimrod. These abominations of the earth came from Nimrod. Nimrod taught people against Yahuwah. Nimrod taught people that they can go to heaven without Yahuwah. Nimrod taught people how to build that Tower of Babel, the skyscraper. Nimrod was the one who taught the people of the book never to hearken, never to listen, obedient unto Yahuwah. Nimrod simply means rebellion. So Nimrod was the one who taught the entire world one world order. Nimrod established Sunday, and that same Nimrod is going to get you arrested if you don't keep Friday. And Nimrod is the police assigned in the four corners of the earth to arrest people. Now, who are the people? Non-Muslim, like me and like you. We are the criminal before Allah. We are the lawbreaker before Allah the President. We are the immigrant before Allah the President. We are the undocumented people before Allah. Nimrod is coming after us. The Mahdi, Ishmael is coming after us. Jesus is coming after us. And what is our offense and what is the constitution? We break Quran. And Allah said in His word that we, non-Muslim, are the worst of Allah's creation. He said because we run race with Allah, therefore we don't deserve to live. Therefore the breath is going to be snuffed out of us. Therefore they will shook life out of us. This matter is settled. How do we get here? What generates this governmental system? What brings about this department of spirituality or of spirit or of demons, evil spirits, unclean spirit? What gave them this upper hand to come and rule over you and to come and rule over me? To come and be having this, their governmental system discussing us night and day, and investigating our ways night and day, and looking into our daily affairs, night and day, because Revelation 12, 11 or 10 or 11 said He accuses us night and day. What we do in the night is being discussed in this kingdom. What we do in the day is being discussed about this kingdom. What get us here? Why are we here? Papa Abraham, that is the causes of Papa Abraham. The causes of Papa Abraham, it has become a generational curse on us. And this is the area you don't want to look into. Follow me now. We must look into it. Because it has to do with Papa Abraham. So, you can't just be typing, Abraham blessings are mine. Abraham blessings are mine. I am blessed in the morning, I am blessed in the evening. Abraham blessings are mine. Abraham blessings are mine. Hallelujah. Abraham blessings are mine. I am blessed in the morning, I am blessed in the evening. Abraham blessings are mine. Whosoever that curses me will be cursed. Whosoever that blesses me will be blessed. You can't be typing on the good side and neglect the flaw or the error or the imperfect or his mistake. No, when you type, I'm not encouraging you not to type because the glory is massive. It's what typing from. We also know that when you are typing everything about Papa Abraham. You type both the good and the bad. Let's talk about the good, the bad, before we not talk about the good. Because the good will be, I think, next week Shabbat. Or rather, this Shabbat, excuse me. Be looking into the marital. I will also play this song. Marital song of King Yahushua HaMashiach that needs to hold on until you resurrected.
It calls them my slaves. We often identify ourselves proudly as Muslims. But when Allah speaks in the Quran,
you're gonna see how she gonna masquerade this word called slavery. Let's go back there. Allah is a slave master. Okay. Allah is a slave. There's no relationship of father. Abba Yahweh said, come, let us reason together. Allah don't have that reasoning together. Allah just said, follow me blindly. You don't have the right to question me. Whatever I said, just say, okay, and follow me. But Abba Yahweh will not so. He said you should prove all things to see which one is good. You should investigate also. And Abba Yahweh said, nah, come. That is Isaiah chapter 1 verses 18. Come now, let us reason together. Let's have a dialogue. Come and tell me. Tell me your problem. Tell me your fear. Tell me what you are not getting about me. Tell me what you are not understanding about me. Tell me what is confusing you about me. Tell me what is difficult in my law, in my instruction. Tell me what is difficult. Which part, which way? Come on. Now let us reason it together. Abba Yahweh give invitation. He give chance. He give that room, that vacuum for you to tell me, for you to tell him what you are not getting about him. What is difficult for you to understand about him? What do you want to know about him? What do you want him to tell you about him? The very part you see that is not still clear unto you, that is a fog on you now, brain fog or your eye fog, mind fog, heart fog, that is so unclear unto you like unclear TV. Come, let us discuss it together. Come. I'm gonna make it clear unto you. Though it's if you see if it's like black as charcoal, don't worry, I'm gonna make it white as snow before you. It's gonna be so clear like the broad daylight. That is Abba Yahuwah we are preaching over here. Now Allah isn't so. Allah said, don't just ask me any question, eh? I don't have time for your dialogue. I don't want to dialogue anything with you. I don't have that time at all to dialogue. I don't have that table. I don't have that chance. Just do what I say. Islam is one way in. Allah have just one door. One door. What could that be? Entrance door. No exit door. That sounds to me like the link of fire. When you enter there, you are not coming out. That is link of fire. When you been through the sorry, you are not coming out. And that is Allah. When you enter Muslim, enter Islam, you are no way. Okay, before we play the slave master, or shall we? Let's quickly. Oh, I will still return back here. Let's quickly. Now that I remember, when I listened to this man testimony, I said, just one door. Allah don't have two doors. The one that just happened recently in Netherlands. She's I forgot her name. It's also trending in TikTok, but the happened here in Netherlands, my city. A Syrian girl, about 18 years old, okay, remove her hijab. She did it to her. Okay. Now their papa, they are Syrian, so they're not called their papa. She and her brothers, two brothers, live here in Netherlands. Okay. So this girl now wanted to live as a Westerner. She wanted to put down that Islamic, burdens and bondage. She wanted to roll away the yoke of Allah. So she not remove her hijab. She don't cover her head any longer. And she will now also dating a Netherlands guard, Dutch guard. So as soon as they report to their papa, okay, that she lives in Syria, so the papa now gave just one commandment. Tie her hand and feet and throw her into the lagoon. Throw her into the river. Anywhere you see water. Anywhere you see canal, water, just throw her in and let her got drowned. Exactly what they did. These two guys tied their beautiful sister, hand and feet, and throw her into the sea. And she got drowned. I think 6 days later, before they now found the dead corpse. One way in, no way out.
The day that I converted to Christianity, this is the sign.
The wounded, they almost slew this one.
Ex-Muslim, we are a sign of genocide in northern part of Nigeria. Right now that I'm telling you, I have mark on your forehead. This is from my family. My uncle, he's the one who did this for me. Wow. They break my leg. Physically. They took me out and throw me out. It's like I'm dead. This is the reason why I'm not afraid, whether you kill me, whether whatever, I must preach the gospel. That's right. This is the reason, even the name of my ministry say, the gospel of Christ must be preached. That's right. Ishara Dole. That's right. So our people in northern part of Nigeria facing a lot of persecution. I have more than 100 people right now that I'm telling you, who are ex-Muslim. They are with me. They are living together with me. Wow. They are facing a lot of persecution. Their relative and their family, they shoot them out of their family. They don't have anything. Even where to stay is a problem for them. And they are looking for them to kill. Yes. And if they found them everywhere, they will kill them. Right now that I'm telling you, I'm now 17 years.
So, this is lake of fire, honestly, people. Just get this. Just get this very clear. Get this very, very clear. This is link of fire, okay? Link of fire only have just one entrance, one door. Just one door. Not two. So that door is simply entrance door. No exit. That is Quran. And that is Muslim. And that is Islam. You are allowed to enter. But you are not allowed to come out. No. Because no exit door. You can't exit. Except you are determined to die. Except that. Very determined to die. When you are determined to die, therefore, you can go. This is Allah. When the blind lead the blind, all is going to fall into the pit. Don't just question me. Whatever I say, just do. You don't have the right to question me. Let's listen to how they magnified and glorified and masquerade this workers' slavery. How Allah, genetically modify it into what one desire or what people desire these days. Listen.
The Quran doesn't call the believers Muslims. In the most powerful verses, it calls them my slaves. We often identify
makes it more powerful
proudly as Muslims, but when Allah speaks in the Quran, during the most intimate, majestic, or heart-wrenching moments, He doesn't just say, "Oh Muslims." Allah says, "Ya ibadi," or "my slaves." It is a word of honor. Yes,
okay, let me play it again.
The Quran doesn't call the believers Muslims. In the most powerful verses, my slaves.
That is the verses that addresses people as slaves, most powerful.
But when Allah speaks in the Quran, during the most intimate, majestic, or heart-wrenching moments, He doesn't just say, "Oh Muslims." Allah says, "Ya ibadi," or "my slaves." It is a word of ownership. Yes, but also of belonging, mercy, and love. In Surah Az-Zumar 39:53, one of the most powerful verses of mercy, Allah says, "O my slaves who have transgressed against themselves, do not despair of the mercy of Allah, even when we've sinned beyond measure."
Even when we are too ashamed
to raise our hands, Allah doesn't call us by what we've done. Allah calls us by who we are to Him, my slaves, and yes, still His. In Arabic, the word abd, or slaves, can really sound harsh. But when Allah uses it in the possessive, which is the word ibadi,
that is
it
the
becomes one of the most honorable titles,
just look at that.
in existence. It only
though it's harsh words, ugly word,
you are not lost,
but when Allah uses it,
and not
when Allah
without
uses
value. You are not defined by
became
your
honorable.
sins. You are only defined by your return. Because to Allah, the most noble rank is not prophet, king, or warriors. It's the slaves of Allah.
That is the most noble rank.
Of Isra and Miraj, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was not even called the messenger. He was called Abdihi, meaning his slave.
His
in
slave.
Quran, and you come across the word ibadi, just pause, because you are reading a verse where Allah is claiming you. In a world that defines us by status, likes, hearts, and sins, Allah defines you by your connection to Him. And if Allah still calls you my slaves, then no one, not even your own guilt, can call you worthless again. Assalamu alaikum.
You see the nonsense they are talking about, slave master. Now they keep crying peace. No, it should have been may his pool and his peace upon Muhammad. That is the language. Because if Muhammad is in paradise, why keep crying peace and peace? Why the peace? Does that mean Muhammad is in toilet? Does that really mean Muhammad is in the link of fire? Because all the person that is facing torment and pains, you keep, interceding for, keep crying peace upon peace upon peace. Does that mean Jesus also in the bottomless pit? Because I don't understand this your peace, peace, peace language. Somebody, where is beautiful than paradise? Our own paradise is so peaceful. It's very peaceful. Everything. Read Revelation 21. Go and read it. Revelation 21. You're going to see how beautiful paradise is. Rather, the one the ones in paradise should have been the one interceding for we that is still in this rotty stick earth. Not the we that is facing, pollution every now and then. We are still the one praying for people already transit into paradise. What is going on? What is going on about this peace, 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 peace? What is going on, Islam? What is going on? What is the meaning of this peace? You are crying. Does that mean the people that died as a Muslim goes to link of fire, just as Allah has said in Quran chapter 19, verses 71 and 72? Was that the reason you guys keep crying peace? Because if they are in the better place, no need for you that is in the filthy land, be praying for people that already transit into angelic being. What? Peace, peace, peace. Anyways, now Sabi, no concern me. So, you heard already, Allah is a slave master, and he's going to be addressing you now as he's a slave. That is the only relationship going on in this kingdom. So, people can only offer what they have. Okay, so what brings about, what generates this very, very slavery system? Let's go now. Like I said, follow me. When you read Genesis chapter 12, Genesis chapter 12, where we're going to be starting working our way. Let me see. First of all, yes, let's first of all deal with the generational curse. Yes, there is a generational curses we inherited from Papa Abraham by disobeying the word of Abiyawa. Let's see what Abiyawa said. So, you see, Allah, what is this? Allah, the president of last 400 years slavery, it could exceed that, because we see 430 years, 30 years as delay. And Prophet Isa, aka Pig Jesus Christ, he is the IGP, Investigation General Police. He has already done his own part. Okay, Mahdi that possessed double identity, Ishmael and Flash, the last prophet, the last Messiah, because everything is last in Islam. Mahdi is CID's criminal investigative department. That is his department. He has already done that spiritually. Nimrod is the originator of one world order. It's coming to finish. He's the police. He is the police. That is his office. Non-Muslim, we are the criminal. And criminal, which means you break rules, and you break some certain rules, or you break some rules, or you break rules you break rules in this governmental system. You break the rules. You break the rules of red light because it is red. And whereby he says, stand still, don't cross his danger, and you still cross judgment. And you break the rules. All the body language of the driving signs, body language and all that, driving language sign, whatever in the road, you break them all. And what is that? What could that be? Quran is the constitution we break. And I will keep breaking it. And I'm going to break it. I'm going to shatter Quran. I'm going to set Quran ablaze, even in the presence of Allah. Because I won't obey no constitution. I won't obey Quranic constitution. No. I'm not part of that governmental system. Okay? So for that reason, I am a criminal. If your determination is also that, you also are criminal. Therefore, it is punishable by what? Beheading. So let's do, first of all, Exodus, where we inherit this very beheading stuff from. It is from Papa Abraham. Okay? Now let's start working our way from here. Exodus chapter 20, you can take it from 1 through 5. I'm reading just 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Or let's take from 4 or 3. Alright, let's just take from 1. And Yahuwah spake all these words, saying, I am Yahuwah thy Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Egypt is the house of bondage. You see, slavery system. 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. You must not reverence Allah. You must not take Allah, nor his constitution. Let them come arrest. Nimrod, come arrest me. My 2 hands, I stretch it out. I stretch it out unto you already. Pull your cuff. I don't send you. 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any. You're going to be surrounding Kaaba. You're going to be taking Kaaba. You're going to be taking Kaaba. You're going to be kissing the black stone. Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah, the Elohim, am a jealous Yahuwah, visiting listener, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon their children. Abraham blessings are mine. Abraham blessings are mine. On your blessing in the morning, on your blessing in the evening. Abraham blessings are mine. I use the seed of Abraham. Let's take 5 again. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, but our Papa Abraham did bow down to the God of Egypt, nor serve them. For our, because it makes it so clear, he that joined with Harlot is one body with Harlot. And Mama Sarah also bowed down to the gods of Egypt. For, okay, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. They did, okay? No, because how did the God, Allah, the God of Egypt, how did they bow to him? He sneaked in, he now began to minister unto our Mama Sarah and say, your God is weak now. You are already in your menopause and your womb is already dead. You are already out of the way. Your God is a liar. He cannot do absolutely all these promises. Forget it. You are gone. People is mocking you now. They are calling you barren. They say you are gone already. You can't produce anymore. Let's talk about that. Let's think of that. Are you able to take in seed? You are gone. You are finished already. Did you know you are finished already? Come on now. I have a better way. I am the God that love you more than that your God. I love you more than he is lying unto you. But me, I want to give you right counsel. Now come my daughter. No, there's no daughter there. Come my slave. I would like you to go to your husband right now and talk to your husband. Give him this counsel to go him into Hagar. Go and get this offspring, get his glory, this testimony, get it from Hagar. She's still very young. Okay. As soon as Mama Sarah heard that, right away she write off Yahuwah. She said, indeed, yes, he has been saying, I will give you, miraculous time, miracle. Now I'm in my menopause. Anyways, he just went to Abraham. He called on to a proper Abraham. What are you still waiting for? You are already 80 kini. You are already 85 years old. And no child. And you see these people this community we lived in, they are mocking us. Please take a guy, bang her. And let us raise children through her. And see Papa Abraham. You that Abiwa gave a covenant and you cut covenant. Powerful assurance. You say it's true, my wife. Both of them, right off Yahuwah. They even called Yahuwah indirectly a liar and a deceiver. You can't do what you promise. I beg, may you go sit down. May we do it in our own way. This is the curses you and I inherited by calling Yahuwah a liar, by saying there is a deficiency in Yahuwah, by saying there is imperfect, that he can lie. This is the reason why Ishmael is on our neck. I take 5 again. Thou shalt not bow down. Of course, these two people did. These couples, they did. This couple did. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahuwah, thy Elohim, I am a jealous Yahuwah, visiting the iniquity. This is Papa Abraham iniquity. The iniquity of thy fathers upon thy children, unto the 3rd and the 4th generation of them that hate me. Now, come on now. This really consummates it all. When you go to John chapter 14, verses 15, Yahushua said, the only definition of you loving him, it is simply do what? Just keep the instruction of Abba Yahuwah. Whatever Abba Yahuwah, promises he gave unto you, just believe it. Wait patiently. He will do it. He that love me, keep my commandment. When you go to that same chapter, John chapter 15, I think verses 24, he said, he that loveth me not won't keep my commandment. So now, if you don't love him, you won't keep his commandment. Okay, now, what is the opposite of love. Simply what? Hate. And Yahuwah said, I'm gonna punish you for the sins of your forefathers. Okay, because he hates me. You that is the promises I give unto you, that I'm gonna make you father of all nations. You couldn't take it to heart. You cast it down. You let Allah rob you of that understanding and not set in. Oh, Shandalabo Sekeyaba. Come on now, talk to me. Oh, Shandalabo Sekeyaba. You not allowed Allah, sneak in and not begin to give you his version, foundational breakdown of the royal law, of the promises, of the covenant. You now begin to take counsel from unclean spirit. You now listen to the counsel of unclean spirit. You now acted according to what he told you. You now brought in Ishmael, they say the serpent. Sword on your neck. That is the visitation of Abba Yahuwah unto you and me. If there wasn't a God, there would not be a need for Sharia law. Believe me, because there's nothing that related to that until Ishmael came into power. Now let's go to Abraham blessing you are typing from. Sorry, you are typing from that blessing. The mistake, the Allah that worked, that deceived Papa Abraham, because he deceived the entire world. The Allah that deceived Papa Abraham in giving him wrong counsel, okay, to write Abba Yahuwah's off, indirectly insulting Abba Yahuwah to be a liar, incapable, bringing to pass what he promised. So that is the same anointing you are tapping from. Allah is also right there. It's eye-opening, okay? I myself, I'm just getting this understanding now. Okay, we type it from Abraham blessings. Sorry, his error follows us also. Not just that his error follow us, it's going to be a mystery. It's already on our neck. Now, let's go to where we keep typing. Pawan Tapa. Let's go. And do. Say it's going to visit us with the iniquity. That was the iniquity. Iniquity is simply breaking my instruction. Lawless one. You break my instruction. Because I be your and the Papa Abraham, the interstrong covenant of. Okay, we'll get there. Now, Genesis chapter 12. Let's also take from 1. Now, Yahuwah had said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee to. And I will make of thee a great nation. And here it was a plural. It was just singular. Only Isaac. That settles it. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great. Paradise is the name of Papa Abraham. Abraham bosom. That's what we call it. And thou shalt be blessing. You're going to be a blessing. Now listen. And I will bless them that bless thee, and cause them that cause thee, and in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. I think you are typing this. Okay, now. Whenever you type this, that generational curses, Allah that deceived him stood by thee. It will just, stood by thee. It's over there. That's same to Genesis 15. And I don't think, okay, let's see how they entered into the covenant. Because all these police, they are coming because of this error, one single error of Papa Abraham. One single mistake, one single sin of Papa Abraham is going to bring about, the kingdom is already playing out. Is the final to go. That's what we are saying. Final to go. Yes. Okay. Let me just speak from, where am I going to be ready from? All right now. Okay, Genesis chapter 15, can read it. Oh, that is where the covenant being caught by fire. After this, the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in vision, saying, fear not, Abram, I am thy shade, and thy exceedingly great reward. After all these wonderful promises, what is your problem, man? 2. And Abram said unto Yahuwah, what what thou give me? What are you going to be giving me? Seeing I am childless. Seeing I go childless. And the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus. And Haran said, Behold, to me thou givest not seed, and lo, one born in my house is my end. And behold, the word of Yahweh came unto him, saying, This shall not be thy end, but he thou shalt come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thy hand. 5. And he brought him forth abroad, and said, Look now towards heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. The stars of heaven. Your seed are superstars. They are the stars of heaven, also the stars of the earth. They're going to be the earth is going to be occupied by your seed. No, see, doesn't believe all these powerful promises. And he believed in Yahuwah. Yeah, he believed until Allah came to choke it out of him, like he's coming out to choke out the truth. You believe in Yahuwah is coming. You know how to do it. It is his, whatever, inheritance or his whatever anointing. Says, and he believed in Yahuwah, and he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am Yahuwah that brought thee out of Chaldeans to give thee the land. Is about inherit the earth, okay? And he said, Yahweh Elohim, whereby shall I know that is true? I'm going to be inheriting it. I'm the one to inherit the earth. How am I going to be sure? Now listen, because they were talking about you inherit the land, the earth. And he said unto him, okay, should I be, let's just go straight to the covenant. I don't want to do too much. Though it's already here because Abewa knows everything. Okay, it's already here. How they call the covenant? Because Abewa knew, of course, because the demon shows up here. When he cut the covenant, okay, let me read it. What time is going? And he said unto him, Take me an ephah, 3 years old. Ephah simply means female cows, okay, female cow. And a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old. You see, the third one was feminine, while other two were, the last one was masculine, while other two were feminine. Female cows, okay, heifer is female cow, she-goat, that one you know already, ram, that is masculine, and two doves, a dove and a young pigeon. And he did everything, okay, I put it together, verses 11. And when the fowl, okay, and you see, when the fowls came down upon the carcass, see, Abraham drove them away. This is Ishmael, this is Allah. Allah is the fowl, is the wizard that shows up while they were taking this covenant. Abba Yahuwah and Papa Abraham, while they were cutting this covenant, this were the demon who shows up to share their own part. 12, when the sun was going down, Christian, and when sun go down, the moon take over, okay, a deep sleep fell upon upon Abraham, and lo, the horror of great darkness fell upon him, okay, and he said unto Abraham, Know ye, horror of great darkness, that is Islam, horror of great darkness, horror of great darkness, that is Islam. This is Jacob's trouble, which is also the whole world trouble. This is great tribulation, this is third world war, this is Sharia law, okay. This is the kingdom coming, a horror of great darkness, because when the sun go down, the sun worship go down, the must take over, the moon kingdom. Egypt is over here, and Abraham not chased them away. Sorry, they still have their part. This is where the slavery system came from. This is too correct. That fowl was Allah and Jesus and Nimrod, all these mad people together. Now listen. And he said unto Abraham, Know of a certain that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve, I will judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. So this is the last kingdom to go. 400 years slavery. We heard already that Islam system is a slavery system. We heard from the slave of Allah. Okay, that is prostitute herself with Allah. We heard already from there. Not just because she says so, but that is what it is. It is what it is. You can't fake it. You can't masquerade it. It's very clear. Okay, so this is where it came from. Now, verse 16. Let me read where they break this covenant. Verse 16. Excuse me, chapter 16. Genesis chapter 16. Now, Sarah, Abram's wife, bare him no children. And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And she said unto Abram, Behold, now Yahuwah hath restrained me for bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It will be that I may obtain children by her. How dare you say Egyptians should come and take care of your bed, your matrimony, your holy matrimonial? And remember, Abi was said in Hebrews chapter 12 or 13, rather, verses 4. No, verses 4, yes, Hebrews chapter 13, verses 4, whereby he said marriage needs to be honored by all. Undefiled, that Abiyawa will judge the whoremongers. He said marriage bed should be honored by all. Marriage bed. Mama Sarah despises her marriage. And look at the Papa Abraham, the friend of Abiyawa, whom Abiyawa cut that strong covenant with. Couldn't even rebuke her. She's even blaming Abiyawa, calling Abiyawa a liar, restrained me from bearing child. He kept me away. He make me a barren woman. And we're not going to be living like this. Now listen. Verses 2. And Sarah said unto Abraham, Behold, now Yahuwah hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in. Fornication. Go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. Really? And Abraham hearkened to Sarah's voice. And she just go in one time, begin to bang. And before you know, she got pregnant. Right away. Allah sneaking. Allah don't waste time. He don't miss no opportunity. So this is what you also inherit. This generational curse, okay? So that you know what you are typing and typing from. So now Galatians chapter 4. Let's see. This is what you inherit. So they're here. They are already doing their investigation. Allah is the president. He's giving his commandment already. I hope I'm able to read all these verses that I want to read here. Galatians chapter 4. Galatians chapter 4. From Ishmael, should we be... No, okay, yeah, we'll stick on there. Galatians chapter 4. Let's read now. Verses 22. For it is written that, because Papa Abraham was 86 years when he gave birth unto Ishmael, and Ishmael was 13 years old when they do circumcision. Ishmael came from uncleanness, from the uncircumcised body of Papa Abraham, from excess luggage of Papa Abraham. That was his uncleanness. Okay, he came from a filthy body of Papa Abraham. Okay, uncircumcised body. So they are the son, they are the, that is why they are so filthy. Their kingdom is filth. Now listen, 22. Galatians 4:22. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, that one be a band, the one be a band made, the other by a free woman. Do Papa Abraham have only two sons? Of course not. Keturah also bore him children. You can see Genesis 25. 6 boys. 6 warriors. So why is he saying Abraham have 2 sons? Goes to Genesis 25. You're going to be 6 sons from Keturah. Hagar, 3 women. Abraham deal with 3 women. So he deal with 3 women. Hagar 1, Sarah 2, Keturah 3. And Keturah gave birth to 6 sons. So why is it say, yeah, Papa Abraham have 2 sons? Should I take it again? For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons, the one by a bandmate, the other by a free woman. Why only 2 shows up? What happened to the 6? Yes, the reason 2 shows up. You see, Keturah. Papa Abraham did not commit no adultery. He did it legally. Because Mama Sarah died. Hagar was being chased away. And Mama Sarah died. Of course, he's not a widower. So he needs, of course, to remarry. So that one is not count. It's not a sin. No evil will befall us. Those are the children. Those are the... Keturah is the mother of Christian, okay? But you see, Ishmael, that is our predicament. 23. But, and this, okay, listen to 23. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, uncleanness. But he of the free woman was born by promise, 24. Which things are an allegory, for these are the 2 covenants. So first, the one from the Messiah, which gendereth to bondage, slavery, which is Hagar. For this Hagar is Masana in Arabia, and answereth to Jerusalem, which now is and is in bondage with her children. I will stop over there. 2 covenants, okay? What is the covenant? Quran and Bible. Quran and Bible is the 2 covenants. Okay. So what other part I want to read before we proceed now? Before we go deeper? Okay, I read that already. I read that already. Okay, so Revelation 17. All right, now we want to do water. I would like to play this video before we not do, because
Yes, Daddy.
You saw one.
where is my save video? My save video, where are you?
Why do Muslims follow Sharia law? Have you ever wondered why Muslims follow something called Sharia law? And why so many people criticize it without truly knowing what it means? Let's clear the confusion with facts.
What is Sharia?
The word Sharia in Arabic doesn't mean punishment or oppression. It actually means the clear path to water.
Hold it there. Hold it right there. Just hold it. Hold on. So what is the meaning of Sharia? We know what is law, which is their constitution, Quran. But there is a word attached to Quran called Sharia. What is Sharia? What does Sharia means in Arabic? What is Sharia in Arabic? Shall we play there again? Let's do that. Go Ishmael.
Path to water.
I will bet you are just get out of here. What is going on? Oh my Abba. I will bet you are. I'm not the craze. Why are you people stressing me? Anyway, let me also... All right, now let's just leave it. It's really stressing me, man. Oh, no, they stress me now. Okay, let me just leave this one. All right. Let's play it again. I would like you to hear it.
Why do Muslims follow Sharia law?
Mysteries over
Have
here.
you ever wondered why Muslims follow something called Sharia law? And why so many people criticize it without truly knowing what it means?
Okay.
Let's
I want to
clear
know
the
what it
confusion with
means
facts.
right now.
The word Sharia in Arabic
Through
doesn't
the
mean
eyes of the
punishment
royal
or
law.
oppression. It actually means the clear path to water.
Hold on.
The path to water.
Hold on. So let's take it step by step. So Sharia simply means clear path of water or to water. What water? Clear what? Clear path to water or of water. Is it to or of? Let's listen again.
Something essential for life itself.
Life, water of
Muslims
life.
follow Sharia law. Have you ever wondered why Muslims follow something called Sharia law? And why so many people criticize it without truly knowing what it means? Let's clear the confusion with facts. The word Sharia in Arabic doesn't mean punishment or oppression. It actually means the clear path to water.
Clear
Think about
path
that, a path to water.
to
Something
water.
essential for life itself. In Islam,
Correct.
Sharia is simply the complete guidance that Allah revealed to help people.
Shut up. So did you just get it? Water is essential. It's the number one thing we need here on earth. Yes. I see people doing 40 days water fasting. I see people doing 30 days water fasting. I see people even doing 50 days water fasting. I have never seen people doing 40 days dry fasting without water. Because water itself is life. And Sharia law just confirmed that. Quran and the logo of Quran in this their governmental system, it is simply clear path to water of life. People, are you getting this? So let's go. Let's go. Follow me. I will unlock unto you, first of all, through the eyes of the royal law, what water means. And afterwards, we will also come unto Islam and see what water is. The very water. The very, very water. Because according to them now, from our understanding, to Islam now, we all are thirsty. So we need to drink water. What water? You want to satisfy your soul with water. Your soul can't live without water. Oh, what a water. What a water. What a water. Anyways, let's go. Follow me, like I said. Genesis, this is where the covenant came. Genesis 17, you can read it all. Circumcision's covenant. Ishmael circumcised when he was 13 years old, but he was birthed from uncleanness. Now, we read now 20. Should we take from 20? Word by Papa Abraham, we're negotiating. You make error, you don't just let it be. Because Isaac is still not yet here. He was still negotiating. Just pour that blessing upon Ishmael. Okay, let's take from 17. Genesis 17. Oh, should I be doing... Okay, no, this is where the promises came from. No. Rather, I want to read 20... Is it 21? Yeah, Genesis 21. You can also read 17. That is where the covenant came from. Okay, about Ishmael. Okay, let's go back there about their 12 princes. We have 12 princes, which is their 12 imam today. Where is it now? 20. Genesis 17:20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he begat, and I will make him a great nation. It is Islam's time to shine, people. Ishmael is coming right back. And mind you, these people, they are not coming back as a ugly people. They are coming back as a very captivating people. When I saw Ishmael in the vision, he was so captivating. And power was by his side. You know what is the meaning of Ishmael? Read Genesis 16. Abewa gave him that name. That is to say, when Muslims come, Yahuwah will hear. I keep seeing some Christian apologists saying Ishmael are Muslim. They never have no connection with Ishmael. They connect to Ishmael through their mama side. Spiritually, physically, they connected. They connect to the God of Allah through that slavery. And Hagar enter into the family through the tricks of Allah, the cunning craftiness of Allah. So indeed, they connected. Allah is the God of Egypt. You can't do that. You can't just undo that. So they know what they are saying. They are connected. Okay. He said, I'm going to bless Ishmael exceedingly. So 12 princes is flash their 12 imam. Okay. Let me take that 20 again. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him. So I have already done it. I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful. And you see how they are giving birth. Procreation in Islam, it's 5 and 6. And will multiply him exceedingly. 64% of the world population, it is Ishmael. 12 princes shall he begat. 12 princes. These are 12 princes. It is simply flash. They are 12 imam. All right, now, so let's go now to 21. Let's quickly rush and see something over there. Kingdom is coming. Okay. Should we take it from and the water was spent. Okay, yes. When as soon as the promised child was birth, Ishmael was sent out of the family. Ishmael was out, utterly get out. And the reason, I also forgot I should have been doing that also. I forgot the book chapter, the book of Yeshua. Ishmael wanted to kill Isaac. Okay, that was why he was being sent out with a bow. Oh, I should have been doing that. Oh, I mean, what did they remember me, or if they remind me, I should have been doing that. All right, now no problem. Let's read 15. Genesis 21:15. And the water was spent. That was why. What you see, the way Allah used Mama Sarah to cancel Papa Abraham in bringing this about this kingdom of Allah, they gave Allah upper hand over us. Now, when Isaac was birthed, right away Ishmael sent out, rejected. Okay. And that cancel also came from Mama Sarah. So Abraham has said, he said it grieved him exceedingly. I said, come on now, listen to her and do what she said. So what is Abba Yahweh saying? You see the way when she cancel you, giving you cancer to go and have sexual intercourse and defy your marital bed in bringing in a demonic son, in like manner, you see the way you listen to her, in like manner, listen to her right now and do whatever she asks you to do by sending out of the house Ishmael. And it was so. Okay. So while they were living, Papa Abraham was sending Ishmael out of the house. I don't know what is going on with my computer. It's very sensitive. It's jumping left and right. Let me see if okay, let me just leave it like that. It's not really important. I think you guys can see it now. So Abiwa said, listen unto him. So listen unto her, excuse me. And he did. He listened to her. Where is that part? Okay, let's take from 15. And the water was spent in the bottle. And okay, okay. And also the son of the bondwoman, I will make a great nation. It still repeated it 13. That was 13. Okay. And wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be hand with my son, even with Isaac. Okay. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And Yahuwah said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, in all that Sarah has said. Unto thee hearkened. Just listen, unto her voice. For Isaac, there the promise. Just listen to her. Because you listen to her when Allah was using her to minister. Now I'm also using her to minister. You must listen to her. So now let's read the part of the water. Ahime sobo yegbeko. Ahime sobo yegbe. Ahime sobo yegbe. Ahime sobo yegbe. Wagimagbo where you walk magala na me na bege no giru walk ma o. Ahime sobo yegbe. Let's go where you way. Let's put our leg inside. Now Genesis 21 verses 17. Okay, 15 now. Let's take for 15. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the straps, and she went and sat down. He's talking about Hagar. Sat down over and gazed him a good way off, as it were a bow shot or whatever. abortion. For she said, let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over and gazed him and lifted up her voice and wept. Listen, 17. And Yahuwah heard the voice of the Lord, and the angel of Yahuwah called to Hagar out of heaven and said unto her, what allowed thee, Hagar? Fear not, for Yahuwah hath heard the voice of the Lord where he is. Arise, lift up the Lord, and behold in thy hand, for I will make him a great nation. He ought to allow, or what? He would have just allowed Ishmael to die, and there wouldn't be a need for Sharia law. I don't know why Abba also present him. Yes, because it's Yahuwah. His promises is already there. 19 now. And Yahuwah opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the bottle with water and gave the lad drink. And Yahuwah was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became whatever. And the wilderness of Paras. Okay, it's okay. His mother gave him the wife of Egyptian's wife. They are just the same. Agar is Egyptian. All of them. Now listen. Abiyawa did miracle for Ishmael. This well today, the Muslims call it the well of Zazam. And the place this water appeared is very close to Mecca. Okay. In the wilderness of Paran. Okay. And that is why every year water must flood Kaaba every year. Every year. Where it comes, it will wipe everything away. Allah couldn't stop that, okay? Now, did you get that? Abiyawa opened. Abiyawa have one-on-one discussion. Rather, Yahushua have one-on-one discussion with a woman. With a woman. Hagar. Just like Mary, Abiyawa discussed with Hagar, Yahushua rather, and said, this is what I'm going to do. He gave them water. So today they are worshipping, in fact, that well of water, they call it the water of Zamzam. The water of Zamzam, it is a very special water for them because that is their water. Sharia law. Anyways, I just want to hang this one over here. I don't want to go details so that you won't pick offense at Abiyawa. Because me, myself, when I listen to all this, I will say, Abiyawa, you are happy these people to be winchers. You are just happy them to be deceiving us. Why did you give them water? Why did you give them water? Why did you give them water? You know already now Abiyawa gave the water. And you know already there's 2 covenants that needs to be confirmed. Okay, Sharia, Quran, their constitution is about to be confirmed. And all these men of war in this, their body of trustee, are on our neck. Allah is the president. He don't go to war. But he's going to be using his men of war, you know, to turn the entire world upside down. So with this being said, let's proceed into the underface. First of all, I want to let you see what is water. Revelation 22, verses 1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal. What is Sharia? Clear path of clear path of waters, or to water. Yeah, clear path to water of life. Always remember that, because they say it's essential. It is life itself. In itself, it's life. Clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahuwah and out of the Lamb. Okay. Now we see water here represents life, water of life that came from Abiyawa's throne itself. This one represents Yahushua HaMashiach. Now let's go to 20:17. Now that's in chapter 22, verses 17. Revelation 22, verses 17. And the Spirit and the bride say, come. Let him that heareth say, come. Let him that is athirst come, and whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely. So this is of Yahushua HaMashiach. Now, what are we saying? Water represent a Messiah, a messianic movement. Akiabe so boy gbe, akiabe so boy gbe, akiabe so boy gbe. Wagi magbo where you walk magala, na mi na beg him no giruwe o. Akiabe so boy gbe. After this message, I will see if you will still be say Abraham blesses Sama. I want you to continue. Me, I will continue. Okay. His little error cannot strip me or rob me of the massive glory. Okay. Now we see water, number one, it simply represents a Messiah, messianic movement. Let's see another use of water. What water is actually, what it means. Remember water of Zamzam. John 15, verses 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. So water will wash you to be clean, isn't it? Water will wash you to be clean. I'm not going to be breaking it. I will still need to put some more before, maybe that one, with that one, it will be clear unto you. Now, Yahushua said, you are very clean. No stain on you at all. You washed already. Ishmael, water Zamzam. Okay, Ephesians chapter 5, verses 25 and 26. Listen, husbands, love your wives, even as Mashiach also loved the ministry and gave himself for it. 26. That he might sanctify and cleanses it with the washing of the water by the word. So by now you know already. Water, number one, categories of water. Number one is stood for Messiah. That is going to be breastfeed the people in order to quench our thirst, in order to water our dry land. And number two, it goes for constitution. The royal law, it goes for constitution. Water is going to be cleansing any filth in you, spiritually speaking now, your spiritual body, your spiritual home, okay, your spiritual mansions, your spiritual clothing, wherever, water stood for cleansing. Never mind. Okay, let's do this. Water stood for cleansing. It's to wash any stain in you. It stood for purification. Okay, it stood for purification. It stood for purification. That is John chapter 2. Okay, the very first miracle Yahushua did, he not turned that water into wine. Because he said this is the custom of the Yahudim. Whenever they are going into marital covenant to cut that covenant of oneness, deep affection, they will first of all wash with water, 6 whole pots. They will wash and wash and wash, okay? Now, we see water stood for the word. It stood for constitution, okay? It stood for constitution. So let's go to another categories of water. Water, glory. Okay, John chapter 7. I want to see another face of water, okay? 37 or so. Yes, 37. In the last day, that great day of the feast is the Feast of Tabernacle, okay? Yahushua student cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. 39. But this spake he of the Spirit, which they that believed in him should receive. For the Holy Spirit was not yet given, because that Yahushua was not yet glorified. So now, water also stands for Holy Spirit. 40. Many of the people, therefore, when they heard this saying, Okay. Many of the people, therefore, when they heard this saying, said of a truth, this is the prophet. You know, Yahushua is fulfilling every office of the royal law. Okay. Now you see, let's come back. Water. Water is also Holy Spirit. Water is Holy Spirit. And let's check another face of water. Revelation, yes. So prior to our own, okay. Revelation 17:1. Listen. And there came one of the 7 angels which heard the 7 vows and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Now let's go to 15 and see what that many waters actually is. Verse 15. And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So you see the categories of water. Water. This is what water actually means. It represents Messiah. It represents the word, the constitution. And it represents Holy Spirit. It also represents people. Okay. So now, can we go to the enemy's camp and also break their own down? Remember, they said water of life. Sharia. Sharia simply means clear path to water. Clear path to water. What water? In Revelation 8, let's take it as the Messiah. Revelation chapter 8, verses 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the foundations of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. So breaks my heart. So what is Sharia? In this body of trustee, in this Congress, in this embodiment of Allah, what is Sharia? It is water. Jesus, again Messiah, it is water. And Jesus is a star that fell from heaven. Luke chapter 10, I think verses what? Luke chapter 10, I'm not sure about the verses. 17 or 18. He said, I saw Satan fall like light from heaven. And lamp, again, it is simply mean Messiah, messianic movement. Water is messianic movement. And we see this very Messiah fell. And it did not just fall. It fell upon people that also represent waters. And as it fell on them, because this Messiah as a water is a bitter one. Oh no, it's a bitter one. And he now fell into water. And the water, the people's life he fell into, they also became bitter. Their life was so bitter. Their life was so bitter. And through that bitterness, third part of humanity died through that bitterness of that water. Ew, little children, you don't know how far is this journey. You don't really know. He said third part of men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Water as a people, and water as a Messiah. You see, as this Messiah that is called wormwood fell upon people, which is water, and their life now became bitter. Sharia law. I would still like to put before our eye unlocked. Let's proceed. Exodus now 15, verse 23 or so. Papa Abraham, why? Why, Papa Abraham? Oh, Mama Sarah, why? You see the sword on our neck because of your cancel. Ew. Why? Mama Sarah, why? Why are you bringing this horror of darkness, horror of great darkness upon us? Papa Abraham, why? You take us through this journey. If not, there won't be a need for this journey. Why? Exodus chapter 16, Exodus chapter 15, verses 23. Now listen. And when they came to Marah, and when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Wherefore the name of it was called Marah, bitterness of life. The rivers of Marah is bitter. And remember, we are coming from Egypt. The Egyptians' experience still represent bitterness of life, still represent gallbladder in us. Allah is the gallbladder in us. It's going to make life so bitter. This kingdom, little space to rule, but it's mighty in its doings. Okay, let me finish reading it. 24. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto Yahuwah, and Yahuwah showed him his tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and ordinances, and there he proved them. Only Yahushua can make life so sweet. That is the tree of life. That as soon as he entered the gallbladder, Allah put on us, cast on us the bewitchment of Allah and PJC, these holy kingdoms. Only Yahushua have the power, the ability to turn it into sweetness. Though they made it for evil, he would turn it around for good. This still go for the 28% elect of Yahuwah in Christianity. This still go for you, okay? That ground is a bitter ground. But Yahushua is going to fall on us over there. Is going to make it sweet. But to you, the 64% world population is river of Marah. Rivers of Marah. Rivers of Marah. Rivers of... This is Sharia. Okay, this is Sharia. This is what Sharia contains. It is all inclusive. This is what Sharia law contains, people. This bitterness of life. I'm not yet done. Let's still put some more. Sharia law is going to take away the possibility of you drinking from the water of life that is clear and crystal, the one that is coming from the throne of Abba Yahuwah. Anyways, let me not go ahead of myself. Let's still put some more. We see already as a constitution and also as a Messiah. So we want to also see as a spirit now. 2 Kings chapter 2. We'll be taking from verses 19. 2 Kings chapter 2 from verses 19. And the men of the city said unto Elisha, behold, I pray thee, the situation of this city is pleasant, as my Adonai seeth, but the water is not, and ground barren. Okay, I think I will be using NIV concerning this very one. It kills people. NIV, where is NIV? Can this just make it simple? Let's go to NIV. NIV. Hey yo, my baby. 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 19. So let's do NIV. Healing of the water. Okay, that is the title. Healing of the water. Okay. The men of the city said unto Elisha, look, our Adonai, this town is well suited, as you can see, but the water is bad, and the land is buried. Okay, no, also this. Okay, because it said the water was killing people, buried. Anyway, okay, let's just leave. Okay, yes, okay, it should be in the... All right, what am I doing now? Let me go back to King James. Yes, it was from the healing. Okay, let's stick with King James. And the men of the city said unto Elisha, behold, I pray thee, the situation of this city is pleasant, as my Adonai saith, but the water is not, and the ground barren. You know what is barren? Barren land. Unfruitfulness, bringing nothing into the table. 20. And he said, bring me a new cruse, and put salt therein. And they brought, okay. And he went forth unto the spring of waters, and cast the salt there, and said, thus saith Yahuwah, I healed these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death. Okay, was killing. Yeah, this is the area I was searching for. Death and barren. So the water was healed. Until these days, okay, according to the words of the prophet. Okay, now it's okay. So the area I'm driving into is that this water will kill people. That is, it caused the land never to be fruitful, to be buried. Whatever plantation can't bear no fruit, whatever you put will be choked out, whatever you put will be rooted off. The ground is in disagreement with the inhabitants. So there were famine, there were dryness, there were poverty in the land, and it was so buried. And the water was also killing people. The Spirit of Allah. This Allah itself is going to make the entire earth barren. Allah is going to make the entire earth unfruitful. Allah is going to take away the possibility of prosperity, fruitfulness in salvation. Allah is going to make salvation unavailable. This little kingdom, but it's mighty. Little space to rule, but it's powerful. But good news to the 28% elect of Yahuwah in the land of Christianity, that there is healing on your part. But you, the 64%, is barrenness. So this is the spirit of Ishmael, or rather Allah itself. This is Allah itself, okay, himself. It's Allah. It's going to make the earth barren, people. It's going to rob the entire earth of salvation, people. It's going to cause fruitfulness to cease in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about the cross, message of the cross, the ultimate sacrifice. Allah is going to done away with all. It's going to make it barren. And that is going to generate death. Not just first death, but second death in the land. This is what they are coming to minister, okay? Because it is conclude their police. Allah is president. Jesus is a investigative, whatever, general police. Mahdi is CID, criminal investigative department. Nimrod is the police. We are the criminal. And Constitution is the Quran, the very one we break. They are coming for us. They are coming with full force. They are coming. Revelation 12:15. I want to see Quran as a people. It's horrible. It's horrible. Now listen. Quran chapter, what am I saying? Revelation chapter 12 verses 15. And the serpent, this is Allah, out of his mouth, water as a flood. What am I saying? Okay. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Now, this is water. Oh, I hope I'm not making a mistake. Water as Muslim. We treated that already. Water as Quran, okay, and water as Allah himself. Now, water as this is water as Quran because it came out from his mouth. Yes, this is water as this is Allah instruction. It came out. This water proceeded from his mouth. Yes, this is the water as the Constitution. Okay, he said it. Let me take it again. Verses Genesis, Revelation 12, verses 15. And the spirit and the serpent cast out of his mouth. This is his law. Water as a flood. After the woman, who is the woman? The holy congregation, the holy believers, the people that keep the royal law, that keep the instructions of Abba Yahuwah. Okay, but he's gonna spill out Quran. He's gonna spew out his laws, rules and regulations, the Constitution. He's gonna spew it after you, and to make the land barren. Let me read again. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, Quran, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Quranic teachings. That was why I keep asking if they can be teaching this in broad daylight, in public domain. What about their secret plan? What are they planning about us for 72 virgins? All their strive hard against the unbeliever, which is jihadist, is because of babies. Babies' vagina, 72 virgins. They strive for that reason. Nothing more, nothing special. In Allah's kingdom, only thing special over there is just speckles. Bambagi, says in Allah's paradise. Polygamy in Allah's paradise. That's it. Simple as that. So you see, Quran, you see what Sharia is. Should we play it again? You see the nature of Sharia law? Sharia. You see what Sharia is?
With purpose. Why do Muslims follow Sharia law? Have you ever wondered why Muslims follow something called Sharia law? And why so many people criticize it without truly knowing what it means? Let's clear the confusion with facts. The word Sharia in Arabic doesn't mean punishment or oppression. It actually means the clear path to water. Think about that, a path to water, something essential for life itself.
Okay.
In Islam, Sharia is simply the complete...
It's not that it's so essential for life itself. So now here. So the water, remember, Allah is snake, okay, in Arabic. And we see the old serpent. It was also the word Revelation.
Punishment or oppression.
Let's go by there. Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with it. This is the embodiment. This is his people. This is his people. Because he can't do it alone. And the same dragon was the one spew out water from his mouth. Let's go to 15. It was also the same dragon. 15 now. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. To be carried away to where? Than to Mecca. Than to a wilderness of Paran. Yes. What is going to be carrying you to Quran? It is the teachings of Quran. The water. People, are you seeing what I'm seeing? People, are you getting this? Are you seeing what I'm saying? I wanted to see it. So how did this water come about? I think that should be our next topic now. How? We see how their helper came about through Aiga, Papa Abraham, Mama Sarah. They did this to us. Let me see if there's another place that needs to be read. Revelation 22. Okay, yeah. Let's finish with this part before we rush into the water. It's coming to water the entire earth. It's a flood. Now listen. Revelation 22:18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecies of this book. You see our own water already that is going to make you clean, remove every wrinkle from you. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. See Deuteronomy 28 for that. From verses 15 way to 68. We are going back to Egypt the second time. It is grievous one. It is really indeed grievous one. It is grievous one. So Sharia law takes away. Oh no, this is added. Okay, let's finish reading. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part of the book of life and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. The holy city, Jerusalem. We see Muslims don't have no part in that. Their own, the one that genereth unto bondage is the one that is now. Mecca is already, Mosque is already there. Mahdi and Ishmael is going to be sitting over there. It's double identity, okay? Now you see, this is what Sharia law is. He said, if you add and if you take away, Sharia law take away is coming. It has already succeeded in the life of 1.8 billion or 1.7 billion, okay, of Muslim. And he is coming now to do it to 64% world population. So that is to say, Sharia law takes away the knowledge of salvation, takes away the knowledge of the cross, takes away the knowledge of everything that has to do with Abba Yahuwah. And in that added Quran. The added over there, it is simply Quran. And it takes away, it removes everything that has to do with original sin, that you might remain, so that you might keep on remaining in your original sin. The sacrifice, the provision to end original sin in your life, Sharia law take it away. Sharia law remove it. And Sharia law is going to make salvation so difficult. Except you go extra mind. Except you more determined. It's going to make it so difficult. So they're already under this course and they want to add a lot of people. It's going to make it so difficult. Galatians. Okay. Galatians chapter 6 verses, Galatians chapter 1 verses 6 through 9. So I would like to read here. So how does this water as a constitution? As a constitution that is going to govern the entire earth, okay? How did it come about? So first of all, I would like us to see Galatians, and that will help to understand the area we are about to look into. Galatians chapter 1 verses 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Mashiach unto another gospel. Quran is the another gospel, is the another constitution, is the another water of life. But this one is a bitter one. The water Allah want to offer to everybody, it is a bitter water. It is River Mara. The water Jesus, the very IGP, want to save the entire world. It is bitter water. It is bitter water. If you put it into it, it's going to make life so horrible and so bitter. Galatians 1, I read 6 already, 7, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you. Islam is a troublemaker. They are so troublesome. They are coming to trouble the entire world because they are evil spirit children and will pervert the gospel of Mashiach. They are coming to pervert the work of the cross. They said Jesus is going to be destroying the message of the cross. 8. But though we or an angel from heaven preach another gospel unto you other than which we have preached unto you, let it be accursed. Remember the name of Allah? What it means in Hebrew, Concordia's numeric code, it simply means what? Cursed. As in what? The cursed serpent. And it said the red dragon deceived the entire world. Quran chapter 3, verses 54. Allah is the best of all deceiver. Quran chapter 7, verses 99. Allah is the best of all deceiver. Quran chapter 8, verses 30. Allah is the best of all deceivers. So if Allah is the best of all deceiver, which means Allah do this deception of a thing better than the politicians, better than Christians, better than the traditional rulers, better than the Babalawo, that is to say, father of devils, better than every other deceptive, gathering you ever know on earth. Allah said he is the grand pop of them all. He said, I do it better than them. That makes him a president of lies. Let him be a cause. So here, beforehand, okay, prophesy unto you and I that an angel, a fallen angel is coming with another gospel. Because in this time frame, Muhammad was not yet birthed at all. Quran was not yet in existence at all. This was prophetic. 10. Okay, I read 8 already. Now, excuse me. As we said before, so say I now again. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let it be what accursed. As we said before, where do we curse this deity, this body of trust, this embodiment that once surfaced in our life? Where do we once cursed them? Genesis 3. They once surfaced with another gospel over there. They once surfaced with another literature. They once surfaced with another, governmental system. They once surfaced. He said, as we said before, we first cursed them and we are cursing them again. Where do we first curse them? Genesis 13. Abayewa said, you are cursed above all livestock. You are cursed. That was what Apostle Paul said, as we've once said. As we said before, we cursed this snake before, we are cursing this snake again. Now, he said this angel, okay, comes from heaven. Their heaven is Iroko tree. Forget about it. There is no heaven. It's just an Iroko tree. It's Iroko tree. All of them, including Jesus, they hung over there. He fell from heaven. Simply means he fell from Iroko tree. That is their limit. That is how far they can send. How far they can send. Iroko tree, they can't proceed more than that. Come on now. They have no heaven. So let's do how. Okay, I think I will play it. But this one he didn't finish. I wanted him to finish the story. Okay, let me see if the one I saved here, have it, because I'll be reading it. Brief history about Muhammad. Okay, a brief history about Muhammad. Is he here? I wanted to just.
I beg. Okay, this.
No. Get out. Okay, it's not here. Anyways. All right.
Muhammad thought that the dreams that he was having were demonic. So in Bukhari, he narrates a story where Muhammad is in the cave, he receives his revelation, and the spirit being, whatever this entity is, doesn't announce who it is. What he does is he shows up, pops up, and Muhammad says, read. And Muhammad's supposed to be illiterate. So Muhammad's like, I can't read. So what the spirit does is he grabs him, presses on him until he can't breathe and take it anymore, causing him pain. He's like, I can't read. This happens over and over. Till finally the spirit lets him go and tells him a verse, I guess, of the Quran. And then so Muhammad leaves, runs out of the cave, and the hadith says that he's trembling in terror, sweating. When we look in the Bible and we look at how God appeared to his prophets, they were always comforted. Now, there would be some times where initially there will be startled a bit, right? However, the angels always say, peace, fear not, be not afraid. Daniel was having these visions and dreams, and he was troubled by his visions. He prayed to God, man, send me, like, explain this stuff. He was troubled. God sent Gabriel. Gabriel comes, and Daniel is afraid when he sees Gabriel. He's frightened by his sight. I couldn't speak. He faints. He falls down. What Gabriel does is he picks him up. He says, stand up. Helps him up. He says, I can't walk. He gives him strength in his legs so he can stand. But he can't speak. He's like mute. And then Gabriel touches his mouth, strengthens his mouth, gives him ability to speak. So we see that Gabriel comforts Daniel, encourages Daniel. He says, fear not, O man of God, for you are favored in God. For he heard you. He heard your prayers. And he's bringing down the explanation of the vision he gave you. Exact opposite from Daniel, comforted by the angel when he's fearful, comforted and encouraged, versus with Muhammad, he's antagonized and frightened and oppressed. Two different things. This looks clearly demonic, while this one by Daniel is clearly sent by God. Totally opposite, bro.
All right, so in the cave, let me call out the reference if you also want to do the reading by yourself and be reading it. And I don't think I will be having that energy to do that today for the sake of time. I will just call out the this reference where we see this horrible sight that a demon appeared in the cave, almost killed Muhammad. Okay, that is angel. That is the Allah. Or should we read it? Okay, Sahih Bukhari. I'm coming. Let me make it be. Sahih Bukhari 4953. Okay, that is the hadith that narrated it. Come to me. Okay. Allah is supposed to replace. I cannot know whatever. The prophet. Okay, yeah. So this demon pressed him 3 whole times. He strangled him, almost killed him. He himself fled away. So that is the angel. So this is the angel that brought about this water. This is the angel, the very one we just see. Because I love how they, illustrated that. How they illustrated that with that video. I love it. So that was why I saved this video.
That he was having were demonic. So in Bukhari, he narrates a story where Muhammad is in the cave,
Bukhari, I called it already.
And the spirit being whatever this
that was another angel that came from underworld.
As he shows up, pops up, and Muhammad says, "Read." And Muhammad
and give this water of Zamzam and reinforce it.
Grabs him, presses on him until he can't breathe and take it anymore, causing him pain. He's like, I can't read. This happens over and over until finally
3 whole
the
times.
spirit lets him go and tells him a verse, I guess, of the Quran. And then so Muhammad leaves, runs out of the cave, and the hadith says that he's trembling.
And when he ran home, Muhammad never have no clue of. But Muhammad, to be honest, okay, resolved within him in his heart and say, this one is a negative spirit. This one is a devil. Because he said, I've seen a demon. But Waraka, the sister of Muhammad's wife, Khadija, we are the one who convinced Muhammad to believe that it wasn't that thing, that object or whatever image you saw, wasn't a devil. It was Angel Gabriel. Muhammad will never having no idea of who that spirit was. He never knew who is that spirit. But Waraka was the one convinced him and told him that image you saw is not demon, it is Angel Gabriel. And he also appeared to Moses. And we know Angel Gabriel never appeared to Moses in nowhere. He never appeared to Moses in nowhere. Okay, he said this angel, he also did the same to Moses. No angel strangled Moses. No way. Okay? No angel strangled Moses. So it was Waraka. Muhammad was not having no idea at all what the angel, who was that? It was Waraka, because they were all working together. You know, women always help Allah to prosper in his wickedness. So this is how this religion came about. The very one they want to feed the entire world with. Let's see, with the criminal, okay, gonna be arresting us. I think I'm done with that part. So now Revelation, Nimrod, that established, first of all, one world religion. Let's quickly look into what Nimrod has for you and me. It's coming back. Now Revelation 6, verses 1 through 8, all the characters of the men of war of Allah are here. So we are able, through the help of the Ruach HaKodesh, to unlock all these 4 horsemen. 4 horsemen, okay? The character that, affiliate with them, that was how I was able to tell who are they. Now, Revelation 6, verses 1, and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals. So, we know in Revelation 5, when the screw was sealed, no one was found worthy in heaven, on earth, under the earth, to take it and open it. So what was inside? Because we need to know what was inside. The entire world needs to see what was in this secret. What was inside this screw? What was inside? It was the secret of Allah, secret of anti-Messiah, the opposer. Okay? It was his secret. How they going to rule? And nobody were able to, Jesus cannot also unveil it. It was only Yahushua found worthy, okay, to unveil the secret of anti-Messiah. Verses 1, chapter 6, Revelation 6, 1. And I saw where the Lamb opened one of the seals. I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. Are you seeing what we are doing? Are you seeing what is going on? Are you seeing Allah through his men on the street? Are you utilizing the information they are passing out on the street? How are you working with that huge information? It is very, very, very informative. What are you doing with it? Are you going to be calling them noisemaker? They are not. They aren't at all. They mean it. Is the kingdom coming? Is the kingdom coming? Because you type from Abraham's blessing, you are also typing from Abraham's error. You see that spirit that walked with Papa Abraham through Mama Sarah is still the same spirit here today, which is Allah. They want to walk with it, the entire world. You see their own word, their own water, okay? Their own water, which is Sharia. Sharia simply means clear path, okay, clear path to water, clear path to water of life. And we see in 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 19, okay, through 23 or so, or 22, or rather 21, I'm not sure. Okay, we see from there that that water, which also Allah's spirit, always come to keep people. It makes the land so barren. He makes the land so unfruitful. That is what they are coming. They're going to make salvation so difficult. They're going to make the land void of truth. They're going to make the land barren of truth. And their message, which is their water or spirit, is going to be kill people. He said the water was killing people. It did not just make the land, unfruitful, barren, but it was also killing the land, genocide in the land, mass destruction in the land. Okay, so their water is a tragedy that is about to fall upon the entire world. Now, Revelation 6, 1. And I saw, it said, come and see. Are you seeing what they are saying? Come and see their secret. That is the nature of this segment. And it's also the nature of what they are doing on the street. If only you can see. That would make you tighten your belt. Thank you, Abba. That was the vision I just saw yesterday morning, yeah. I was in this vision. Okay. And I was still having very high heel. Oh my, if you see the heel on my leg, unbelievable. What? Very high heel on my leg. Now, we saw a lot of police dispatched. There is no way out. You can't escape it. The only escape in this, it is you enter the Ark of Noah. And without that, sorry, no way. No, there's no other way. Now, I was just in this vision. The entire world was again in this confusion. Like I saw that this sign, everybody was aware of this sign, of this thing that is about to fall upon the entire world. Then I saw a flight loaded with Islamic men of war, weapons of mass destruction. In the air, no way out, they were already there. in the land, police everywhere. Wow, wow, with their siren, with their whatever. Wow, wow. When we hear, everybody started running. Wow, 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 police. My heart was cut. I say, hey, police, he will arrest me. Hey, hey. My heart was panicky. I said, hey, and high shoes on my leg. How can I run? And this is, mind you, this is the very first time I'm seeing my children in the vision that we not do it together. It is the very first. I've never seen it. I always run and I will just run away. I don't even care about them in vision. In this, since I'm seeing Sharia law vision, I will just run and leave my children alone. I will just leave them there. I don't even care about them because salvation is personal. But on this vision, that high heel was on my leg. I felt this compassion in my heart so strong for them. And I say, hell, for me, I can run fast. Though I was on a high heel, I said, for my children, I don't know if they can run fast. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't want this police to arrest them. All four. We were all in great panic again. So, we were together. And I began to teach my children. I said, first of all, I said, Abayewa, please make it magnet them with me. Because I said, I know me, I will not run on the ground. I will run in the cloud. In fact, the one in the cloud, you will push them down and they cannot corner me. And I said, but my children, they don't have this high heel. This high heel of ascension. Yes, this high heel of ascension. I said, they don't have it. They will have it on my shoe. How are they going to be ascending? Only me was having this high heel. And I said, okay. And I began to pray, Father, tell them to hold me. There are some ascendings that kind of magnets. And so pull me up, pull them up. Because I also wanted to run. A voice now began to minister unto me and said, don't run and leave your children. Because me, I always run and leave them. Don't run and leave them. Don't run and leave them. And I said, but they don't have this kind of heel I'm having. Heel of ascension, they don't have it. Therefore, I now begin to pray. Magnet them. Let them hold me. As they hold me, let them be magnet with me. Okay? But mind you, they never magnet with me. But as soon as Abayewa blew me up, all four also were being blown up. All four also ascend one time. Even though they will never have it what it takes to ascend, they also ascend. They will never have it that heel, but they ascend. First time for me to see them, all of them, we will ascend, we fly into the sky. Into the sky. Now, don't get it twisted, okay? That is not Christian rapture. That is not Christian rapture. The cloud simply means the presence of Abba Yahuwah. I will keep saying it. It simply means the Ark of Noah and the presence of Yahushua HaMashiach. We hide in him. Like Islamic eschatology. They said the first Messiah, the one that said Jesus is going to be killing, which is my own Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, in his forehead is written rebellion. Because they said that Messiah will never submit to Allah. And the people that also follows him, the people that believe in him will never also submit to Allah. It's written on our forehead, rebellion. I said, okay, that's good. Okay, so, I want to say something. So it was very first time I'm seeing my children also ascend. Okay, but the four living creature is using everything to call your attention and say, come and see who they are. Let's do two. We see already. Come and see too now. And I saw, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat on him had a bow. That is why I should have been looking for that book of Yashar. Because Ishmael was having this bow in his hand. He wanted to use it to kill Isaac. That was why Ishmael was being cast out of the family. That was how it was. That was why he was being thrown out. Allah have no son. Okay? Allah have no son. Ishmael was being renounced. Allah have no son. That is why Allah don't have no son. Because Papa Abraham we are never in the life of Isaac. Excuse me, Ishmael. Ishmael. So that is why Allah also have no son. See, Muhammad had brought about this wicked water, bitter water. All his male child always died at infant. All his children. Muhammad was having 11 wives. Only 2 were able to give birth. Every other one barren. Every other one barren. But he was shut their womb. Only 2 was able to give birth. And Muhammad will have his 7 children. In his lifetime, he used his own hand to bury 6. Can you relate? Because he said Yahweh don't have children. Therefore, you can also enjoy the sweetness of, you can't also be a father. And only one survivor. Muhammad used his hand to bury 6 of his children. Just one left, Fatima. As soon as Muhammad died, 6 months time, Fatima also died. Finish. Oriok Beleze. Sodom and Gomorrah judgment, that's it. Wiped out utterly. Now let's do the first beast. You see, this is Ishmael and this is Mahdi. Where we just read that Muslim, I think that is 17, Genesis 17. That is where the promise, this is the promise. Ishmael, we are never in that glory that he is going to be sitting in the center of his brethren. He will be worshipped as king. No, it's now Ishmael want to come to power, okay? Let's do 3 now. Okay, let's take 2 again. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth, conquering and to conquer. Exactly. He's going to prevail through this bitter water. 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. What are you seeing? They are calling your attention. Heaven is calling your attention. Are you seeing it? 4 now. And there went out another horse that was red. This is Nimrod. And let's see how I know it was Nimrod. That was red. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great what? Sword. This is the police. Genesis, you can go and read Genesis 11. And see what Nimrod did over there. I wanted to also read the account of, I don't think I will be able to do that. The account of the book of Yahshua, I will just quote it. Chapter 9, okay, verses, let me see if I will be able. Verses 20 through 39 is a long verse. Now, he said, listen now, what is peace? He said to take away peace. Oh my Abba. Now this is Nimrod, people. Now, take away peace. See how it's going to take. What is opposite of peace? Chaos, confusion. Chaos, confusion. Chaos and confusion. When peace is gone, it's chaos. So what happened at the Tower of Babel? Genesis 11. Confusion. How about what confused them? It confused them. They were not understanding one another any longer. Confusion. And he said, a great sword we are giving unto him, unto this very spirit. Nimrod. Okay, where am I? Okay, let's read Revelation 17. I think I'll be taking from where now? Nimrod. Let's see Nimrod 11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition. He said this beast once was. He was here on earth. He was on this planet. He first of all walked this planet. But now, when he was seeing this vision 2,000 years ago, he said, but now this beast is not here now. But he once walked this earth. But as present time, it's not here. But he said it's coming again. Resurrection, Revelation 9. And this beast that was, and is not, now it was, but as we're talking now, it's not existing. It's not. Even he is of the earth. You know what is number 8? Eternity. He is the one to usher us in destructive eternity. And he is of the 7th. Even though it's number 8, but it's played double fold. 7 heads. But he is having double fold. Okay? He's having double seat. He once did that one war order. He is coming to finish it. Oh, Shandalabo Seke. Are you getting this? He once was. Now listen. And is of the 7th and goeth into perdition. When he come to fulfill the leftover part, he will be thrown into perdition, into destruction. 12. And the 10 horns which Thou sawest have 10 kings, okay, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Now you can see Daniel chapter 2. This is the image of the beast, the body of trustee, their congress, their embodiment. These are spiritual entity of wickedness coming to display their governmental system. The image of the beast, they are all coming back. See, this is Nimrod. What is Nimrod? The revelation of this particular place also said the abominations of the earth. Nimrod, you can also read Zechariah chapter 5. He said this wickedness of Nimrod have the resemblance in all over the world. From where came paganism. Mystery Babylon is also the same as natural Babylon. Nimrod established the first Babylon. He is also coming to finish the mystery Babylon, spiritual Egypt. The very spiritual Egypt. Let me check it out. I read that already. The book of Yashael, chapter 9. Okay, I just quote Genesis 11. You can read it. Let's see. Let me read. I'm here already. I wanted to do three. There's a lot of places I wanted to read also. The book of Yashael. Book of Yashael. Okay, no, not here. Yashael, what's Yashael? Yes, the book of Yashael, chapter 9, 20 through 39. Okay, let's quickly do. And the king Nimrod reigned securely. Okay, and all the earth was under his control, and all the earth was of one tongue and words of union. 21. And all the princes of Nimrod and his great men took counsel together, Puti, Mizraim, Cush, and Canaan, with their families, and they said to each other, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, and in it a strong tower, and its top reaching heaven." And this is Muslim, and they have really done that. Okay, and we will make ourselves famed, so that we may reign upon the whole earth in order that the evil of our enemies may cease from us, that we may reign mightily over them, and that we may not become scattered over the earth on account of their wars. Who is there? Is Yahuwah? They are just gossiping so. Is Yahuwah they are just talking about? So, the flood came, destroy everything, and they now said that is the evil of their enemy. They are calling Abba Yehovah their own enemy. So that was why I love to read here. So Abba Yehovah is their enemy. Okay, they are calling Abba Yehovah their own enemy. Say so that the evil of our enemy will cease from us, and so that we will not scatter in account of their wars. 22. And they all went before the king, and they told the king these words, and the king agreed with them in this affair, and so did so. And he did so. 23. And all the families assembled consistently of about 600,000 men, and they always have one thing with this 666, okay? And they went to seek an extensive piece of ground to build the city and the tower. And they sought in the whole earth, and they found none like one valley at the east of the land of Shaddai. Babylon, spiritual Babylon. About 2 days' walk. And they journeyed there, and they dwelt there. 24. And they began to make bricks and burn fires to build the city and the tower that they had imagined to complete. 25. And the building of the tower was unto them a transgression and a sin. And they began to build it, and while they were building against Yahuwah, Elohim of heaven, they reigned in their heart. They imagined in their heart to war against him and to ascend into heaven. I think you still remember that they said Jesus is the one to kill my own Messiah. This is what they imagined. They want to cut off Psalm chapter 2. The remnant of Abiyawa, they want to destroy us and say, let's utterly remove them. This is what they imagine. Why should the nation reign? Why should they? Let me take 26 again. Thank you, Abiyawa, that I read here. So lovely. 25. And the building of the tower was unto them a transgression and a sin, and they began to build it. And while they were building against Yahuwah Elohim of heaven, and they imagined in their hearts to war against him and to ascend into heaven. Let me see some here already. I wanted this. Oh, my Father, my message these days is really, really long. Psalms chapter 2. Why do the earth range, or heart range, and the people imagine a vain thing? Islam, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahuwah and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yahuwah shall have them in duration. So this Muslim, okay, this actually Muslim, they imagined. 26 now. All these people and all the families divided themselves in 3 parts. The first said, see Revelation 16 verses 19, said Babylon shelled herself into 3 parts. But at the end of Islam, this 3 parts is going to be 1. How are they in 3 parts? Synagogue of Satan, the fake Yahudim, or fake Jewish, Synagogue of Satan, Messiah called them, the fake people that is faking the actual people of the book. Okay, the land belongs to black people. The people of the book are black, not white people. Okay, you brought these people over there, the Synagogue of Satan. They also have their book Kabbalah, okay, very satanic book again. So that is Babylon. Indeed, they came from Babylon. And Muslim also chased them away from their own land. Ashkenazi, Turkey, and all those whatever, they were the one also, disorganized them. Now, Ashkenazi, the people in the Holy Land, fake Yahudim, they are number 1. Islam number 2. Christianity number 3. This is how they shell themselves. Babylon shelled herself into 3 parts. Let's see what that Babylon is doing in these 3 parts. They shelled themselves. This is Nimrod. This is the reign of Nimrod. Is brutal. It's going to be so sore. 26. And all the people, and all these people, and all the families divided themselves in 3 parts. The first said, we will ascend into heaven and fight against him. The second, we will ascend into heaven, and place our own gods there and serve them. And this is Islam. And Nimrod, part to play, it is you, the criminal, that refuse to obey Quran. You're going to be obey Quran. It's a great sword. It's already in his hand to behead if you say no way. You see the first one, say we will ascend into heaven and put our, okay, where is the first? Okay, the first one said they are going to heaven to fight Yahuwah. And the second one said they will also ascend and put their own gods. They're going to put Allah. They want to elevate Allah. See Zechariah chapter 5. Exactly. That's what they did. The Easter basket, okay? Exactly. 3 women. This is it. These are they. 3 women. 3 constitution. Demonic constitution. Christian, mystery Babylon. Synagogue of Satan, Kabbalistic people. Islam, Quranic people. We will ascend to heaven and place our own gods there and serve them. And the third part said, we will ascend to heaven and smite him with bows. You see the bows again? This is Ishmael. And this is Mahdi. You see, it's also here. And spells. And Yahuwah knew all their thoughts and all their evil thoughts, and he saw the city and the tower which they were building. They are building already. They are already on the street. And when they were building, they built themselves a great city and a very high and strong tower. Jericho is so high. And on account of its height, the mortar and bricks did not reach the builders in their ascent to it, and those who went up and complete a full year. After that, they reached to the builders and gave them the mortar and the bricks. Thus was it done daily. 28. And behold, those ascended and others descended the whole day. And if a brick should fall from their hands and get broken, they would all weep over it. And if a man fell and died, none of them would look at him. And Yahuwah knew their thoughts, and it came to pass when they were building, they cast the arrows towards the heaven. This is Islam. They cast the arrows towards the heavens, and all the arrows fell upon them, filled with blood. And when they saw them, they said to each other, surely we have slain all those that are in heaven. Abayewa was okay. But when they shoot the arrows to the heavens, so as soon as that arrow is falling back, it was filled with blood. Then I said, okay, yes. Islam is so convinced. As Christians is also so convinced that Jesus is going to fly them into heaven. And Islam is also so convinced that they are the actual people. 30. For this was from Yahuwah in order to cause them to err. Yeah, you want to be deceived? Keep on deceiving yourself. Cause them to err. And in order to destroy them from off the face of the ground. 31. And they built the tower and the city, and they did this thing daily until many days and years were. Okay, now. Okay. And Yahuwah said to, and Yahuwah said to the 70 angels who stood who stood aforemost before him, to those who were near to him, saying, come, let us descend and confuse their languages, their tongues, that one man shall not understand the language of his neighbor. And they did so unto them. And from that day following, they forgot each man his neighbor's tongue, and they could not understand to speak in one tongue. And the builder took from the hands of his neighbor, whatever. So they could, and they, let me leave that, how he destroyed them, He killed about how many thousands that day? A lot of people died, Yahweh scattered them. How many thousand died? I'm running out of time. And they died so many days, and they killed many of them. Yeah, a lot of people died that day. Because Abayewa, the poster, they never built. Exactly, that is the judgment of Sharia law. So this is what Nimrod is coming to establish, It's coming to build this one world religion again, one world order again. It's coming to do it because he once did it. So the red horse, taking away peace, is chaos. That is Nimrod, So let's do, I'm running on my father time. It's going fast. There's Nimrod, We done that already. To take peace from the earth. Now the third horse. And when he had opened the third horse, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I heard, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balance in his hand. And he, said, And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wind for a penny, 3 measures of barley, barley for a penny. And see that, okay, now, farming. Okay, this is Ishmael. That is, people should have been having chance to earn salvation in these last days. But Sharia law took away that knowledge, and it's going to take away the knowledge through many things. Through hunger, starvation. Ishmael lost his first birthright through hunger, through starvation. Is Ishmael? Esau. This is Esau. So the black horse is Esau, family. I'm not going to be ready because it's becoming long now. I'm tired already. Where is it? Genesis 25. Genesis chapter 25, verses 29 through 33. The very end, okay? Read it. He lost his birthright because of famine. He was hungry. He gave away his birth. He exchanged his birthright. So your birthright is salvation. So you shouldn't be exchanging it. But Ishmael is coming to teach you that one. He's coming to do that. He's coming definitely to do that one. Okay. I wanted to also read their prison. My father. I will just quote it. I won't read it because I'm tired. So let's go to the last horseman. 7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see. What are you seeing?" They are calling. Everything they are doing is attention. Give her. Come and see. If only you would just bring down your head and begin to look into it diligently. Verses 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of earth to kill with sword, with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. Okay, now we hang it over there. Now, the fourth beast, what could this be? Cain. Cain is coming to slaughter the righteous Abel, because he's going to be killing the 28% elect who will be still retaining the truth. Because if you convert, they won't be killing you. If you say yes, you do, they won't be killing you. If you say you will become part of Islam, of course you are the people that will kill you. So the people that are going to be killing over here, it is the people that say no to Allah. It is the people that reject Allah. It is the people that say, I will never convert to Sharia law. So they are the one to be killed. Killed with hunger. A lot of things with a sword. So this is Cain. Okay. When he kills, we just throw you into hell. That is for Cain. That is for Cain. I'm tired already. I read this one already. Revelation 30, Revelation 17 through 13. Okay, I read that already. I wanted to also read this. The prison they are putting us. Okay, let's just do it. I'm here already now. What will I do? What will I do? Where is it? Let me see. Gospel of Nicodemus. Excuse me. Yeah, Nicodemus. Gospel of Nicodemus. Chapter 17 and chapter 18. It's 2 chapters. You see, it's long. 17 through 18. Okay, let's quickly rush it. The prison where they arrested people, where Nimrod is going to be 3 people. Then the prince of hell took Satan with him, indignation, and said to him, okay, let me just escape all this, okay? For before, now, okay. Anyway, let's do. Beelzebub, the faith, and whatever. Okay, yes, prisoner. Should I be reading this? It will be too long. I wanted to just let you see what they are doing about the original sin, how they want to use it to tie you. Okay, let's read some part. It said, for behold, now Yahushua of Nazareth, with the brightness of his righteousness, divinity, put to flight all the horrid powers of darkness and death. He has broken down our prisons from top to bottom, dismissed all the captives, released all who were bound, with all who were formerly grown under the weight of their torment, have now insulted us. We are like to be defeated by their prayers. Our empires, dominion are subdued, and no part of mankind is now left in our subject. But on the other hand, they are boldly defile us, through before the dead never durst behave themselves insolently towards us. No, being prisoner, no, okay, being prisoners could ever on any account be merry. Okay, so it was just telling about the condition, the situation of the death, your spirit that will still torment, and your body that will still torment. Okay, so but when Yahushua shows up, and this is the confusion and the chaos over here. I think I would like to drop it over here. It will be too long. Okay, so you will see the prisoner over here. The prison. Let me just quote the popular royal law you can access. This is Islam. Oh my father, this message is so long, unbelievable. Okay, Matthew chapter 12 verses 43 through 45, and Mark chapter 5 verses 1 through 9. And Quranic, their verses, kili. Let me just put it. Quran 9 verses 101. Okay, that was their reward. Okay, you will kill anyone. Okay, Quran chapter 2 verses 200. What is it? Is a lot, but I just want to 200. Quran 2 217 217. Is killing. Quran 8 12. Quran 47 4. Quran where? Quran 9 5 is beheading. Okay. Quran 12. Quran 8 12. And Quran 8 60. It's to keep people. It's a lot. How many can we count? Prisoners of war. Quran 3, a lot. Anyways, let me just go my way. I mean, I'm tired already. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. So a lot. Look at that. Look at all the Quranic verses. Can you screenshot and read it by yourself? Because me, I'm tired already. Quran 2, 191. Slay the unbelievers. Quran 5:33. Crucify the unbelievers. Quran 8:65. Slaughter the believers. Quran 9, 1, 2, 3. Slay the unbelievers. Quran 3:28. Behead the unbelievers. Quran 8:12. Yes, behead the unbelievers. Quran 9:5. Cast terror. Okay, where is this? When he kill the unbelievers. It's always kill it. Quran 22:19. Just behead the unbeliever. Quran 3:85. Behead the unbelievers. Quran 8:60. Behead the unbelievers. Quran 9:30. Behead the unbeliever. Quran 47 verses 4. Do not seek peace with the infidels. Behead them wherever you find them. This is the kingdom coming. So, people, I would like to stop over here. I'm tired already. Thank you, Abba. I love you so much. So on the Shabbat, we'll be doing we'll be doing Resurrection 3.5 years that Yahushua will put hold to his inauguration as King of Kings until the 28% resurrected. No wedding banquet, no inauguration. Yahushua will not be inaugurated King of Kings and Adonai of Adonai. No, because he must have the full house. Thank you, Abba. I love you so much. All right, family, you hear from me. Shabbat, we'll be doing that. So there is a huge benefit. The glory is massive. Papa Abraham blessing is massive. You can still keep typing. And nevertheless, regardless is failure or regardless is error, imperfect, yes, it doesn't matter. You watch it, okay? Because as we are tapping from Papa Abraham's blessing, yes, Allah was sneaking again to bring in some error. Already the error is on that is the sword of that error is already on our neck. which is the Sharia law, the bitter water, the water of Mara. Okay, so Sharia law is going to make the salvation difficult. Like I said, it's going to be taking a lot of knowledge away from people and all that. Yeah, this is the governmental system that is coming out. Thank you, I love you so much. I'm out.